to the rest of the team as well. You should hear them right now.
Hi, guys.
Yes, everything is working. I believe so.
Hello.
Okay. Oh, Mike, you're in HD, Mike. Oh my. The quality of your cam has increased by 100%, my friend. You still doesn't look.
Has
like
it?
Yeah, I don't know. You look better now. It might be the angle. It might be my mood. I don't know. You don't look like a cat, though. You don't look like a cat. Anyway, let's start this with a little intro for the Berzerk podcast. And it's the Berzerk podcast, ladies and gentlemen, episode 19. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, including you, and you, Mike? It's been like a month you're not here.
It's been longer than that, I think.
It's like not even looking. Were you talking? I wasn't listening.
I was looking at you on the other screen.
Nice. Look at
The
that.
better you.
The better you. Is it me or Mike is in HD? Mike look in HD today. I know, probably the gym.
It might be the gym
It
and
might
the beer.
Who's Jim?
I
I don't know Jim.
You ain't know any gym. That's a good start, guys. Hey, guys, how about we talk about the Steam release?
Oh my
It
god.
happened.
It did. It works. It happened. It works now. Everybody is happy about the code, by the way. Berzerk podcast hype. Is it a code? Yep, it is. Nice. What does it do? I don't even know. I don't even
Yeah, I
know
don't know.
what does it do.
I'm gonna try that on my side too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, though, I am unbelievably relieved to have the Steam update done and like uploaded and done.
Look at those tired eyes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm not tired. You're tired.
Yeah, because you were. Where were you again? You were out, I think, Mike, during those
I was
2
drunk.
weeks. You were drunk there. You were in Sweden. That's where you were, looking at
Yes.
Sweden girls.
I was not.
That's why you went to the gym, because you went to Sweden to look those Sweden girls. That's what happened.
And then I figured I was fat. Like, oh god damn it.
Anyway, the point is, Steam is now released. It's now open. It's now finally done, and today we will actually talk about those the aftermath, what's next, what's up, what's new, what's next. Especially with the Steam release, we learned a couple of things that we didn't know was a problem. And we have a bunch of new users as well, so we have to re-look at the board and check out the beginning of the game to rebalance the beginning of the game. And yeah, let's just talk about it actually today. Talking about that, how about we ask Mega Bob what's new and then keep that from there. 3, 2, 1, boom!
Coffee time.
I like that you made it sound like we added a lot of bugs.
Whoops! Whoopsie! Whoops.
Yeah,
I did that like
it's a
5
new
minutes
game.
ago.
Find the bug and tell us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every bug has a code attached to it, so find them all. You get a bunch of codes.
Perfect.
Louder. Whoops. Was it too loud? Such loud. Yeah, I think that the thing is too loud. Whoopsie. Sorry. And yes,
What
we
have you-
added bugs.
What have you done?
Why would you do that?
Because we have to keep our job. If there's no bugs, you won't near the coder anymore. So that's
Yeah.
that's something that we all do in coder, and we learned that in school, that we always have to effectively add bug in the game. Otherwise, you won't need us anymore.
Yep.
That's
It's
a good
job
business
security.
model. That's a
Jobs.
good business model.
Technically, you did Spram Brothers saying that you did introduce bars with the login name field.
Oh.
That was one of the Murphy's Law thingy. It has to break, it will break on the
Yeah,
very last
yeah.
minute.
Is that
Something
an
we
Linkin
haven't
Park
had a
song?
problem with. Just breaks.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we have the Steam badges. I think that Steam badge is a nice success, right? I think that people, only get positive feedback for the badges.
Yeah, I think people. The one thing that I have seen is people are afraid that if they don't have a phone, or if they can't install Steam, or if the web version isn't working for them, that they just miss out on the badge.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think we could figure something out for. I have an idea or two, but I don't know. Just to make sure that people who can't, for one reason or another, get to a platform don't miss out.
Yeah, we can always put them into the item dump at some point.
Yeah, and also the badge are cool, but they are not a must-have. We don't make it. If you don't have the badge, you cannot continue in the game. It's just a.
So that's true. They don't gate progression, but that double orbs is the only other thing in the game that does that is the orb shard.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
one day we will be able to have orb shard without a problem. So
One day.
one day
But yeah,
when
again,
we have more world.
I think that only having them in the item dump is a very quick fix. That would be something we could do.
Yeah, it'd be pretty easy.
You know. And in any case, it's not something that will disappear. The badges, the unique item. Actually, every single item in the game does not have a date attached to it. Because when we do an event, it's always going to be into the item dump afterwards. I actually saw negative comments at once on Steam saying the game is super old, so the new user don't get the event item that there was for the event past, you know? It was like,
Yeah, I
well,
saw
it's
that.
actually the opposite. Every item that we ever created are into the item dump, so you can get them, you know? So, but yeah, I mean, it's only one dude, but I still wanted to say that. It was actually a debate we had back in the days, what should we do with the event item? And we ended up with that system, saying that if you want them for free, well, you can have the challenge and everything. Otherwise, you have to pay them with diamonds, you know. And I think it's a fair system.
Yeah, I think so too.
Agreed.
Also, there's also actually one of the bad comments. There was a guy that just fall for the spam your friends on Facebook thing.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. That
Yeah,
was so beautiful.
Yep.
there's always one fall for it.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
I don't like that. Don't do that.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Somebody just said like, "Oh, the Facebook thing that they make you press yes," so it's just like a bunch of greedy dev. And we were like, okay, first, the guy appears in a suit with shades. The label is called Corporate Latch Greedy Developer. He calls you players number 407. It blatantly says, we're doing that for money.
Yeah,
And if you
spam your
press-
friends so I get tons of money.
Yeah, exactly. If you press no, the button doesn't not work. She goes off in the air, you know? So, with all that, we just wanted to make it super obvious that it was a joke. People quit the game right there and say like, no, that's really bad. Fuck you devs. Oh, I love it. Mwah.
It's
delicious.
very beautiful.
It's a weird thing because it's counterproductive to lose people for that.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I don't see that review anymore.
yeah, I think someone told the guy, and I think the guy just
You went back.
Gone. Yeah.
destroy his
Oh,
just
that's
erase
funny.
his review.
There you go.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got it too late. But yeah,
Yep. Yep. But the good news is I did see a couple of screenshots on the community hub. Dude, I can't believe how active the Steam Community Hub is
Yeah.
3 days after release.
Yeah.
There are just tons of screenshots, tons of discussions, tons of everything.
It is insane. Look at that. Like I saw that. Like there you go. My screenshot is right over there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is somebody
look at
screenshotted the corp joke and
Yep.
they put the whole thing up.
Was that video of a gameplay? Nice. People are posting jokes as well. Right over there. Like this one over here. I'm like, what? What the hell? Okay.
That was
Steven Ballonnet, best bro forever. Holy shit!
I love the face over there. It's just like,
Yeah,
He's
these are my
going
two
in.
favorite items. If I made a spin-off of Zambilo someday, these will be the main characters. Steven Ballonnet.
Look at that, the exact quote. Please spam your friends on Facebook so I get tons of money.
yeah, I know. It's beautiful.
So beautiful. But yeah, like it's been instantly got a lot of people talking in the community, so love that. Really cool. I gotta say, yeah.
We're on the also on the bad comment thing. That's pretty good because I think most of the bad comment we got was most of the constructive one was about one thing, and I think we will fix this really soon. I think the people don't like to click a lot at the beginning of the game. They want to go idle as fast as possible, and we find a way to fix it, and we will fix it as soon as possible. We won't wait 2 weeks to fix it. So it's something you have to know, people. We already on that. Just finish the last part of the visual that we need to do that. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was crying at the stream.
I saw. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying that I like that most of the comments that are like negative on Steam is mostly about people that are cheating. People using auto clicker and auto tapper on the keyboard. Like, using that makes my game lag. Well, how about don't cheat?
Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, I'm gonna use this macro and cheat the game, but the game doesn't like that, so I'm gonna leave you a negative review.
Please.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, I don't know. I put my phone in the toilet and now it's broken. Fix it. Like, what?
I know. I know. It's so. I have to say this one real quick thing too. It reminds me of that XKCD comic where it was like just a bunch of responses, and it was it was an update for a program, like a fictional program. And it's like, hey, we removed the bug where if you hold down the spacebar, it makes your CPU overheat. And then there was like a negative response to that, and it's like, but I made my computer interpret the rise in temperature of my CPU as an alt so that I could like very quickly tap that instead of pressing alt. And then the caption was just, every update is going to break someone's workflow.
Nice.
Someone asked a pretty good question here. Thinking Burrow asked, what good is the old Christmas item? They say add one item for the drop on Christmas. That's actually pretty good. We never thought about that, but yeah, the item that that increase the drop of Christmas event item, they are in the item done, but
no,
it doesn't seem like a good deal for a player because it doesn't do anything.
They're not in there.
Yeah, they are. Someone just told us.
Not in the World 1 item dump, but they are in the World 3 item dump.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
What it does, you can combine the three to get an item that does something. But I think we should fix that and just put the combined item.
Well, thing is that if it doesn't serve any purpose, why would they buy it?
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, maybe we should just let them be humans and figure out that maybe they won't shoot themselves in the foot. And if they do, they will learn from it.
Yeah,
okay,
but
so instead of adding all the component, you just add the recipe in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, because
softcore.
it seems like a bad deal, but it's actually a good deal if you buy them.
Let me add
But
that.
you don't see the value unless you try it. Or
Yeah,
you
that's
go
a
on
good point.
to see the value, you have to go on the Wikipedia or something like that. So yeah, I think we should fix that.
Remove
So
components.
yeah, that's a pretty good comment.
Remove
The
components.
nice thing is,
Of, yeah, go ahead. I'm just.
I was just gonna say, the nice thing is that's a 1-minute fix with the new item dump system. Catering to the casuals. I love you, Mike.
Fucking casuals. Filthy casuals, I'm sorry.
There you go. So it's
Yeah.
in our list, guys. It's in our list.
It's on my list.
Yeah.
It's on. Yeah, look at mine. To do nothing. Nice. To do nothing. And this one is done.
But yeah, so I see with the reviews on Steam and the response on Steam, 3 things that stand out to me. One is, the clicking at the beginning of the game. People think that Bob is way too strong, and they're like, well, I just have to smash the keyboard for hours on end. Like, that's not fun. That's the first one. The second one is hell. People have kind of a negative response to how long the buildings take. They think that it's kind of like a corporate, like, greedy developer thing.
Yeah.
But I think if we lower the times, like we were talking, to an hour or even a half hour for like the first level, I think that'll help out a lot there.
Yeah, because right now we have 7 level of hell.
Yeah,
At the
it's
beginning of
crazy.
the game, we had only 3 levels. So yeah, that makes sense. But now it doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
We could just put 4 hours, since we already have a boost of 4 hours using a Bloodstones. So that'll make it a little bit more valuable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And then that actually is a nice segue into the other thing, which is the Devil Deals and the Bloodstones. And it makes sense on web and mobile, and it makes sense to kind of rethink about it in the context of spending a Devil Deal or spending a Bloodstone to get a deal, or watching an ad to not have to spend a Bloodstone.
Mm-hmm.
But on Steam, where ads aren't a thing, the whole reason for the Devil Deals then, like, we have to take a step back and, I think, like you were saying, think about it from...
Yeah. Yeah, the Bloodstone's mechanic works. The Bloodstone mechanic works only if ads are present. If we remove the ads, we thought it would be okay. We thought it would be like, okay, at least the people would be able to use the Devil Deal mechanic, because we didn't want to rip out the Devil Deal mechanic from the entire game. I think that would not have been a better solution. It fixed some problem, but it creates others as well. So we just thought that, well, okay, people will be able to spend Bloodstones, and we'll give them shit ton of Bloodstones to start with, You start with 50 already, which I believe is still too much, but we give 50 anyway. And then we give multiple ways to give the Bloodstones, with the podcast, with the codes, and etc, etc. But it creates an effect that I like to call the elixir effect. I talked to that in my podcast yesterday, that when I finished a Final Fantasy, I kept every single elixir I had up to the final boss, and then I beat the final boss, and I ended up the game with 99 elixir. Because they were too valuable to use, and I didn't want to use them even on the freaking final hardest boss of the game, In case I need them! But I end up not using them. So I think I call that the elixir effect. And I think that's the thing with the Bloodstone right now. They feel very valuable, so you want to hold to them. And they are very valuable, actually. They are more valuable than diamonds in terms of economy. They're more valuable than diamonds because it's super rare to get them. If you go, for example, with the in-app purchase, you can get up to 1,000, but only 60 over there because they have a different progression. Those one are effective if you buy small amounts of in-app, and this one, the diamonds gets bigger the higher you get out, the higher the in-apps. So they have a different economy, so we have to think about how to spend them or how to use them, that's the big problem we have right now, and we haven't found a solution yet, so...
Hey, I might have a solution.
Yeah?
Delete the game.
What if
Delete the game.
you can get diamond by killing villager, right?
Yeah.
What if
Mhm.
if we sell in the diamond shop, we sell Bloodstone for diamond?
Well, we end up
Somebody
having
has-
even more bloodstones, so we don't fix the problem.
Somebody had suggested
But
that.
they will lower the value of Bloodstone.
Yes, but I think that the negative impression that new players, because if you think about it from the context of somebody coming from Congregate or coming from mobile or somebody who's been playing the game for a while, they're like, they come to Steam and they're like, oh, okay, here's where I can use all the bloodstones that I've just been accumulating throughout the whole game, like whatever. But a context of a player who's never seen the game before, somebody brand new who's playing on Steam, they start the game and then they see that they have a couple of bloodstones, but they don't see, and we don't tell them that you get them in game, so they don't see any feasible way to get them. And all they see is like, hey, you want to give me a bloodstone for this deal? It's kind of like, well, fuck, like you're just trying to take my premium currency. They don't know the difference between a diamond and a bloodstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but eventually we do.
Eventually, maybe, but if it's an idle game on Steam, that might be the thing that just are like, all right, you know what? It's not worth my time.
Just a little
That might be
segue.
the-
A little segue. Larkland, if you're around, let me
Not
know,
a
because I'm
segue.
gonna start to spam that button of giveaways. Just gonna spam giving out codes to everyone while we're discussing. And back to discussion.
Something we could do with the bloodstones that we could just give the buffs away for free, but at like give a half a buff and can get the entire buff for a bloodstone. So people can actually enjoy the buff once and they forget, oh, I would like to have better buff next time. So they could boost their own buffs with bloodstone instead of just not getting it.
I don't think that people will eventually use Bloodstone to buff if there's no way to have the ads. Because the buff are just like an instant thing. And on Steam, what I usually do is just like do bing, 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 and then close out. If I have a buff active, that binds me to the game for the next 5 minutes, which I usually don't have time to, you know? I usually don't do that because I'm doing something else. You know, on mobile, you have to open the game and you have to actively play. So your attention is right on some vital. On Steam, you play like I'm doing right now. It's on another window, you know, so you're never active or ish, you know, so the buff are not very good there.
I have a crazy idea.
Oh, I like crazy.
What if we give people the chance on Steam to maybe spend a Bloodstone like on web, or maybe watch an ad like on web. But since we don't have the right to put ad on Steam, we put the fake ads. But people just have to wait 15 seconds. But we put enlarge your cat or something like that, a weird fucking joke ad. No, you don't like it? Fuck you.
You're going through a tunnel, man.
Ah,
I'd like
I
that.
told you it was crazy.
Yeah.
You don't like the idea of a fake ad?
Well,
I wonder-
it could work with the guest artist thing, so we could make. But I think people got pissed off about the Facebook thing, so I think that if we made fake ad,
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
yeah, I can only see that. One thing I had an
But,
idea.
but the only problem, because they will see, oh, okay, it's just to skip 15 seconds of waiting.
Yeah, but
That's exactly what it is. It's still the
I
same thing.
think
yeah.
because
We
there's
can do funny, stupid stuff and maybe add some information about the game, some hint, or we can do
Secret codes.
yeah, we can put some weird stuff in the ad, the fake ads.
what
It'll
if
get boring very quickly. As soon as you see the pool of 5 or 10 ads,
Yeah,
you'll get bored
Yeah.
very easily.
Well, now that you mention it, like 5 minutes ago, since you don't actually use the buffs, who are they even in the game?
Sorry, Mike, I was looking at the winner.
No, so you just said that you don't use the buffs, so why are they even in the Steam game? We could just rip them off and remove the bloodstones altogether.
Yeah, one idea I had is that every day on Steam you can have 3 free scrolls, you know? And if you don't use them, meh. And it's not gonna stack them up, you know? You're not gonna end up with 15 scrolls if you don't use them, you know? So it's not collectible. Because if you create something that it's not collectible but has a cap, it will give the player a reason to use them. Because if they don't, they will lose the scroll at the end of the day, you know. So we just keep Kojak on the technical side. We just create an ad API, a fake ad API that shows up a screen saying, "Hey, you have 3 scroll left today," and that explains the scroll system, blah blah blah, and then it gives the scroll out there.
What?
You know. So we do something on Steam.
What if? Because this is, I just thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know the story about World of Warcraft, how they had the where you play the game and you get a normal XP rate, and then you played for too long and you got a negative tier XP and people fucking hated it, and so literally all they did is rename it to buffed XP as a rested bonus, and then that was just normal.
Yeah.
What if we remove devil deals from dropping, but you can spend a bloodstone to buy a scroll? It's exactly the same thing, only you have control over, maybe we put a 5-minute timer or something like that to prevent people from just spamming it, but it's the same thing. It's just when you buy the scroll, it's then free. Because I really like the fact that we give people a lot of bloodstones. The value in the bloodstones is at the lowest price in the store, and then as you go up, you get less bloodstones, but you get more diamonds. I really like that. But if we just make it so that you have to buy the scroll for it to drop with a bloodstone and then it's just free, what if I think that might actually work? Because then it's, you spend the bloodstone to get the scroll instead of the scroll just dropping. You're like, hey, give me this. You're giving the game something, and then it's giving something back rather than trying to take something from you.
I see your point of the I see the how can I say the philosophy thing. I still don't think that people would like to spend their bloodstones to get a random item that they don't have control of. You know, I think so. I think.
Yes,
because it's something instant.
True.
It's something that can be consumable. That can, like for example, spending orbs to get chests. At the beginning of the game, it's a very strategic choice because you're spending some orbs, you're getting away from that, and you're getting an item that will keep there for the rest of your game. You know, you will keep up that item. But spending a scroll to give you a bonus that after a while you don't have that item anymore, I'm not sure. You know, like a bloodstone for a chest, for example, would be nice at the beginning of the game, but we all know that late gamer will not make any sense. You know.
Yeah, nobody.
But if we, for example, write in that very screen, say buy for 1 bloodstones right over there, that's super valuable at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, this is very true.
But then we still have to fix something else.
I was seeing a lot of nays and a lot of no's in chat, and I'm wondering, because I didn't see any reasoning, I just saw a lot of no's. And then people are like, well, as long as that doesn't carry over into web. I'm just curious, like, why the no? Like, what? It's the same mechanic. It's just, it's exactly the same system, actually. But it's just slightly rebranded. And I'm not quite sure what the instant negative feedback, like...
Yeah, explain
why. Scared.
Don't
People
say just no, guys. The people are scared. Don't only say no
they are
because...
scared of change.
Let's have a debate.
But you know what my opinion is? No. That's mine.
I thought you were about to fart. Like,
I don't want to explain it. No.
Oh, that makes sense. If you spend a bloodstone for a random scroll, then you've lost the choice to choose yes or no on the scroll. It's the random factor. You can't say no if you don't like it. That's a really good point. I wonder then if we have a little window that allows you to, I don't know. Not the same as it's Sledge said. You have a choice to say no to the offer now and wait for the better one, but your way is you just have no choice. Makes sense. Makes sense. I guess then if we popped it up and said no and it refunded the Bloodstone, and then you wait like 60 seconds or 2 minutes or something like that to buy the next one, that would be the same thing.
Da, da, da. I think that we cannot put a price on the scrolls. We either have to give them for free or give them like a limited amount every day or something like that, you know. And then you get it, or so. Like for example on Newground, people can. I'm not saying that that's what I want, but on Newground, people can pay $5 per month, like a subscription thing, and then they get all the scrolls for free. You know, they have a unlimited amount of scrolls and ads. So that system could work on Steam, but I don't like to just take this and like copy paste, because we have to advertise it. We have to say like, hey, you could have that, and then I will feel really greedy, will feel really bad.
Yeah.
So I don't really like to just copy paste that system in there, but that would be a solution. But it creates another problem.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
I have an idea. What if on Steam, Devil Deal are just free on Steam? If you play on Steam, while you're on Steam, it's free. We get rid of the Bloodstone.
Thought about that too.
And maybe we drop a little less scroll, but they are all free. That's it.
I mean, it would be a benefit of just playing on Steam, is just, it's always free. But then that kind of... Well, no, it actually doesn't hinder us.
But they drop less. They drop a little bit less scroll.
If we wanted to do the supporter idea, where you pay a certain amount to have a month free of ads, it would still work on web and mobile, too. I'm curious. Obviously, you want to keep people who start on Steam playing it, I don't blame you. But... Oh, chat's going too fast. You want the end goal to be so that web and Steam are equal. Is the end goal Steam strong standalone? The web may wind up better than Steam in the end. Well, I'll just keep playing on web then. Yeah, we want the experiences to be equal in terms of like investment, so that there's the only reason why you would play on Steam then in a perfect world is because, you know, it's, you just get to run it in the background, or it's HD. Like the benefits are that you get to play it on your PC as opposed to having to play it on web or having to play it on mobile, you know? At least that's in my head.
But I will come back to my first point when we were flying before the podcast. My first point was, is it really that big of a deal?
Da, da, da.
Well,
I remember a wise man who once told me, if there's a mechanic that doesn't work in the game, we should get rid of the mechanic. Who was that person again?
Kojak?
Kojak?
I'm wise? It's news to me.
No, for real though, I think that it's just gonna create, like, again, sometimes we don't care about one thing in the game because okay, I'm trying to find an example of that, but there was one point where we were like, man, we don't really care about that, but we ended up fixing it anyway because of the backlash. You know, people could just like take that example and make a big deal out of it, and then come with pitchfork and everything. You know, huh?
That was the tablets.
The tablets?
Yeah.
So again, like, if we present something that doesn't really work, especially in the early game, especially for new user, I think it's just a bad thing. It's gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Maybe the problem right now is not what we have, is how we present it. That maybe there should be a way that people know that the Bloodstones, they get more every day. So basically they get 5 free buff every day.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
what...
that,
Go ahead.
Oh, that was pretty much
When
it. I
you
was
log
gonna rant after
when
that.
you log on Steam, you get 5 free every day.
Yeah. The idea I had earlier about that actually is when you click on this, boom, okay? Instead of seeing this use a bloodstone, it would say use a scroll. And you have, maybe not even that, but the first one will be free or something. And when you click over there, there will be something that's saying that explain you have 3 scroll per day, you know? So if you click there, you will see like 3 scrolls, and you will see like, hey, you receive 3 scrolls every day or something like that. Or the next time you come in, there's a little notification over here that says, hey, welcome back. You now have 3 scrolls, and you see them bloop bloop bloop, like 3 scrolls that open up, you know, that fills up a gap or something like that. Or instead of bloodstone, we took energy or something like that, you know. So it use fuel, and that fuel goes back up after 1 day.
The other thing-
Creating a mechanic just for Steam is probably not the best idea, because then the 2 games are gonna be separated in some way.
Yeah, I
We need
know,
to
but
have we need to figure out a way that will pretty much have the same mechanic and that are interchangeable.
Yeah. But if you use that, like, if we put that mechanic, for example, on mobile, people might as well just watch the ad all the time anyway. Because, for example, I had 250 Bloodstones on mobile, but it was keeping them anyway.
Yeah.
Because of the elixir effect.
Yeah, but some people just don't like to watch ads, so that's why the Bloodstones were there.
Yeah.
honestly, I use.
You gotta get up,
Bloodstone.
Simon.
It's alright. It's alright. It's all good.
I use a Bloodstone though.
I use Bloodstones because I can't be asked to to watch an ad. Just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to sit through that. Blah.
Yeah, when I have time, I watch an ad. But when I just want to get rid of my stuff and do something else, I use Bloodstone.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a problem with how we present it. But the other thing too is even if we give like 3 or 4 or 5 free per day, like that's still way too little because I was talking with somebody in email and they were using upwards of 50 per day.
50 Bloodstones?
Yeah, like the people who we gave the 600 Bloodstones to in the mail, they've already used them all on Steam.
Okay.
Well, that's a
Super
them
active
problem
people.
then.
Super active people they will probably always use way more Bloodstones than we give unless we give infinite.
How about we give infinite? I'm just kidding.
I think that just making making double deals free on Steam is actually not a bad idea. It just makes Steam like just a better platform to play on, so that if you can play on Steam, you're just always playing on Steam. But I don't know, because then that kind of like that might be way too powerful.
Yeah, GT Remolo saying Bloodstone generator in hell. Oh shit, sorry. My blimp! Here comes inspiration! Thank you very much for the punch in the face. I was not
The idea of a Bloodstone generator in hell, though, it's pretty good. You can generate up to I don't know. The first one will generate 1 Bloodstone a day. The other one will generate 2 Bloodstone.
It doesn't fix the
Oh.
problem though. It's still gonna
No.
have the elixir effect. It's still gonna have the elixir effect.
Yeah, and
gonna-
people are still.
Is it
before-
gonna
And
have
I think you are. To be honest, I think you are pretty elixir-rich more than most of the people.
And also, if people see how many they're
I
getting
spam
each day, like they can actually see it coming in instead of just getting randomly, they may be more inclined to use it. So actually, one of the good examples in Clash of Clans now, you can actually farm for gems. You have a gem mine, like
okay.
the green gems. So you can actually farm them about 5 a day. And now I use mine more often now, just because I know I'm not gonna get them randomly from trees anymore.
Oh,
I can actually budget my gems, saying, oh, I can boost every week because I'm getting about 120 a week or something like that.
The thing I don't like about that is that it creates another diamond's currency, because we already have a diamond currency that give X per day, and then we're gonna end up having the same with the Bloodstone thing.
Yeah, but-
so we're gonna lose that effect over here.
But they're used for different things. It's two
Um,
different currencies. Like, there's a lot of games that have two different currencies and can actually be worked with.
Premium currency?
Premium, maybe not. Maybe you're right on this one.
I think that the problem is, even if we do like a Bloodstone generator building, like I actually really like that concept. Somebody else sent me kind of a similar idea, but I think the problem is that is investing a lot of time into trying to like fix or kind of prop up another problem. Like if we just kind of go back to the root of the thing, which is that we don't have ads on Steam, and the Bloodstones are used as sort of a pseudo supporter thing. Like, hey, we're by supporting us, we're going to give you a bunch of free ads. Like you can just skip them, but nobody wants to skip them. And then on Steam, the ad system isn't there, so it's either pay for the devil deals with real money, or be fucked. Despite the fact that we do give Bloodstones and stuff through the game.
the Bloodstone mechanic, we create that for Steam, and
Yeah.
I know.
I think
It was a
that work.
mistake!
Well,
Did I put fire
well, yeah,
in the
and
background?
the problem now is since people pay for that, we can get rid of that mechanic. I have a weird idea. It's kind of in the same vein of my last idea, but what if we make the scroll free on Steam, but there's a loading bar that takes 15 seconds. So when you want to unlock a scroll, there's a loading bar that or loading screen, and it takes 15 seconds. So it's not better than on the web.
No, a player will be pissed off if we do that. I understand that it's game designed the same thing, so you wasting 15 seconds to do it. But at least on mobile, when the guy watching ads, he's supporting the dev.
Yeah.
But if we create a fake pause, that's not helping anyone.
Yeah, I know.
I still stand by my idea to make just buffs double when you use a Bloodstone, but you get the buff for free. Well, maybe half a buff, and then you get the entire buff for the Bloodstone.
Like you double the time. For
Like,
example.
let's say you would get
Alpha
a
buff.
blue chest, then you get 2 blue chests if you use a Bloodstone. If you, instead of getting 5% without using Bloodstone, you get like 2.5.
That's already
Like
something.
you create like half a buff.
So the Bloodstone will become booster effect, and we could add that to
Yeah.
other stuff as well. Like for example,
Yeah, it's
you can
like
use a
if you-
time warp, but if you use the Bloodstones on the time warp, it doubles the amount of orbs that you have. No, or 5 Bloodstones or
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, there's something to work around that.
Mm.
It could actually also be on flavor that the Bloodstone, you actually sign the deal with your own blood instead of just signing the deals.
You can
Yeah.
re-roll a chest with a Bloodstone.
I really did like the thing that you told me not even the other day, it was a while ago, where it's like if we rebrand the deals slightly so that paying with the Bloodstone is the default way and watching the ad is so you can skip paying with the Bloodstone.
Yeah.
I actually really like that, but I don't know. I still think that buying a scroll with a Bloodstone somehow, so that you give the player the choice of like, I'm going to give the game this premium currency in order to get something back. I think that might go a long way to fixing it, but we definitely have to do something where, like people were saying, give them a choice. Like, well, if I just buy it and then I don't like it, I'm fucked.
But this is actually pretty easy though, because instead of just buying a scroll, you just go you just go see the devil deal lady, it roll, and she give you something, and they say, do you want to buy it or yes or no?
Yeah, if you just like the scroll is on a cooldown and you just like tap it, and going in, you're either gonna spend it or you're not, and then there's a small cooldown on the scroll.
The problem I have with that is I think it's not different enough. People will have the same reaction, I think.
Actually, my problem with that is it's actually too different because it's going to be an entire new interface that we have to implement. That's not going to be used on web and mobile.
I think it's different enough to have more job to do, but it's not different enough to have a different effect on the player.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's very true.
Yeah.
I don't hate the idea of Mike of having like the scroll for free and you boost the effect with the Bloodstone. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I really don't like the effect. I like if you don't use it, you have half the bonus, and if you use it, you have the complete bonus. Like if you watch an ad. But I really don't like the idea of putting that anywhere else in the game, like boosting the doubling the time portal or using it everywhere else in the game, because it will kind of
Can I just get a special
add
request?
another random to the balancing, and pretty hard to balance right now. So
I just want a special request though. If we craft a rubbish, if we use a Bloodstone, we get 2 rubbish.
Wow.
More rubbish. You know
More
what could work
rubbish.
though? If you have a deal, we don't change anything about the deals, but spending a Bloodstone gives you a level of the resort above what the deal is. So we could just give the deals for free and let you upgrade to the next level of the resort with the Bloodstone.
Yeah, but some level doesn't change anything. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
4 to 5. Well, we can always
can't
adjust
anymore.
that.
but what if we give better stuff? I know a buff. It's not something I want to spend a Bloodstone of, but if the Devil Lady come and offer me something good, I don't see why people won't buy it with a Bloodstone. Why they will be the elixir effect, like you say.
Well, I use them for the diamonds. Like something we should do right after the podcast, like a very easy effect, is just to remove the buff, or not all remove completely, but maybe remove them completely. But
I still
put
like
diamonds and chests only on the devil deal, and I will spend way more. And I actually saw other people saying that I don't use the buff, I only use them to convert into diamonds, because at the beginning of the game you crave for diamonds. You want all the L, you want the items, you want all that shit. So
I use the money buff.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people
on Steam. You're using the money buff?
Yeah,
I see people streaming doing it.
Okay.
Actually, people buy. They either get the buff with the Bloodstone, or they buy it with diamonds, which is pretty crazy to me. But
I buy the damage buff with the Bloodstone a lot though.
The damage one?
Yeah. When I'm doing a challenge
on Steam. Have you started a new game on Steam? First question.
I started a new game on Steam, but in my game, I use when there's a challenge, I use the diamond to increase my damage a lot.
It takes a while. It takes a while for a new user though. But my point is just to rebalance the devil deal. So maybe make the diamonds appear more often.
I would use it for the first boss. For the first boss that give the first chest, if I had to. If I'm near to kill him, I will use it I will pay a bunch of diamond to kill him.
We'll do it once, and then that's it. You will use the time portal, and then redo it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
yeah, but I will have an item. At the beginning of the game, items are pretty pricey.
Yeah, but what if you do have you have a Bloodstone? You spend a Bloodstone to have the item directly. That's a no-brainer in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can already use diamonds right over there to have those buff, and they're actually better. So you can actually spend the 5 diamonds over there, and boom,
that's what I'm using.
So
I use that a lot.
yeah, so I'm talking about those scrolls over there. If those scrolls,
Yeah.
like right after the podcast, we get rid of this one, and or maybe not get rid entirely, but definitely nerf the drop rate, and just have the diamond one and the chest one, especially at the beginning, and then later on we can go back to where we were. But a chest is super valuable at the beginning of the game.
Someone say what if we just add Bloodstone to drop from the villager like the diamond?
I've heard this suggestion. I don't like it because we're tying even more premium currency to tapping and actively playing and having to kill villagers. So now villagers are already like really what am I trying to say? Valuable because of the ectoplasm and the diamonds. Not to mention that you can like have an item that buffs the money you get from them. But then we also put another premium currency on the villagers, so I'm kind of against that.
We have
Yeah,
to keep
so
it
I
rare.
think that a hell building would be probably the best way to actually acquire it. So this way they always get the same amount every single day.
Well, isn't it the same thing though? It's the same thing if we
Yeah.
drop them for villagers or for a building. It's the same thing.
No, because
if we-
villagers have to
uh,
be actively killed instead. But
Ah,
a hell
okay.
building, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
But it's the same thing as just giving them by the phone or the mail every day.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. I think the phone mail thing is not intuitive, but the faucet is actually the hell building would be a lot more intuitive that people would actually see it. They could actually see the progression of when's the next diamond coming in, when the next bloodstone's coming.
I agree with you that it would give you a better indication of like, you know, I'll have my next bloodstone in 3 hours or something like that, right? But I think the perception would still be the same, where somebody like gets their diamonds and then they go to hell and they're like, oh my god, to get bloodstones I have to spend more diamonds. I can't just like get him through playing. That would be the thought that I would have, I think.
I don't
It-
like the building.
It could be
either.
purchased. It could be dropped at some point instead, like just spawns at some point in the progression or something.
Like the arcane, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
But I think that that's like even yet more work, kind of like doing the interface with the devil deal where you can like pick the deal. It's
Yeah, but it's
a-
okay because it's worked for you, not for me, so it's fine.
Nice. Where's my French localization, Mike? Where are my 10 levels of Just Shapes and Beats, Mike?
I've been drinking
Nice.
and breaking my teeth.
I know, I was there. I was drinking with you.
What
Ah!
happened with your teeth?
Yeah, this is
Never
a
told
really-
me what happened with your teeth.
Oh, I bit on something hard yesterday and it just chipped a tooth off.
Oh shit! It was
Yeah.
a big
Bloodstone.
part.
Yeah, it's a big chunk. I got a dentist appointment on Monday.
Damn.
Yeah, Bloodstone are. Can we get rid of it? Is
I'd
it
love
possible
to.
now?
We will piss a lot of people that has them,
Yeah.
including Etienne
Uh.
that actually use them.
Yeah, it will piss me off because I use them and I think that I still have 150.
Well, if we
have
actually
two
wanted,
problems.
if
Go
we
ahead,
wanted to
Mike.
remove them, if we wanted to just remove them, we can just, as soon as we remove them, we add them as currency to buy something else like diamonds. Like in the shop, you can actually spend your bloodstones to buy diamonds. That's a good way to sink bloodstones for people that got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, we can never hear from them again and never speak of it again.
Yeah.
If anybody
Just
ever
fade
speak
them
of
out.
it, yeah. If hear somebody saying anything about Bloodstone, we just say it's fake news.
Nice. It's
I
fake
think
news.
that we can't remove them entirely. I think that on web and mobile, people still like them because, you know, it lets you skip ads. And I still, oh my god, it's
I
been on my
like
to-do
them.
list.
I like them, but I'm not
It's-
everyone.
It's been on my to-do list for a long time, but if an ad breaks or you watch an ad and it doesn't give you the reward because web ads are actual garbage fire, you instead of just saying, "Hey, do you want to try again?" We also give you the option to spend a Bloodstone. So people have been asking that for a while.
Yeah.
I still need to do that. But I think we can't remove them like entirely and just go back to watch an ad or hit the bricks. I think what we would have to do is just make them free on Steam. Make them free or remove them. But I think people really don't like the idea of removing them either. I saw a lot of nays in chat from that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think removing the Bloodstones is a problem. I mean, we have to go back to the first problem, is the Devil Deal on Steam. What's up with that? What can
Yeah, and
we do
also,
with this?
it's a pretty fun reward for people that buy diamond. Just it's an extra thing that we give people. It's pretty fun if you buy a bunch of diamond and I don't have to watch ad either. So.
Yeah, what I really love about the Bloodstone thing is it allows us to do that thing. The diamonds are exponential, but this is a nice value, because if we remove the Bloodstone, we'll get back to that problem over here where 15 diamonds for $2 is like nothing. That's super bad, But having those two currency like this was very nice to have the 20 ad skip with a small transaction, So I really like this system over there.
I like the Bloodstone. I think we can find a way to.
Okay, phew. Let's put a approve on this.
Personally, I like them. I don't see that the big problem. So it's pretty hard for me to find a solution when I don't.
So
I know
Devil
people.
Deal.
I know people. I think if there will be better Devil Deal, I will be more inclined to use more.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that doesn't fix the perception of somebody who doesn't have the context of Devil Deals being ads, like because we've been with the game since the very beginning, and then a lot of the people in chat have been with the game since the very beginning, so we all have this association like Devil Deal equals ad. But a Steam player, they don't have that context, so when they start the game they see Devil Deal, give me one of your currency, like I'm just gonna take it from you,
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
What we have to do is maybe just ask something else. You on web and mobile, it's give me a Bloodstone, or do something else. Maybe we can ask for something else.
A handy?
Maybe a handy. I would love to get a handy.
Nice. But yeah,
Is that a tool? Is that a tool, Andy?
It could be. A tool for
some
joy.
kind of ratchet, I think.
I haven't spent my bloods because nothing on Steam has explained to me what the fuck they are. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe ask for pics of boobs.
Pics of boobs? Pics of boobs,
yeah.
There we go. Send them to feedback at Zombido.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't invite that evil on me and Larklin.
Do it. What?
Oh my god. I love you guys. Okay.
No, you don't.
Problem is, I can't think of something that would support us that we could ask for in exchange for an ad.
Maybe
A cow's
I don't
heart.
think it's a problem that it supports us. Maybe it's just some weird mini game or something like that. Something you have to do.
I think
Bloodstone
that
is
might...
just-
Make them mine bitcoins.
Yes. Minus bitcoins. Because I think if we put a timer, that just invites the evil of like shitty mobile games where everything is on a timer, like that dungeon game. God, what the fuck was that game? People loved it, and then it came out on mobile, and it was just it was hated.
Maybe I have an idea. Maybe,
Yes.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Maybe a mini challenge. It's just a mini challenge. I don't know. You have to destroy 6 running peasant for 5 seconds. You have a mini challenge to do. If you got it, she gives you your reward. But you can skip that mini challenge by using a Bloodstone. It's gameplay. It's a challenge. You can you can also fail it. So you don't. If you spend a diamond, you don't take the chance of failing it. You lose a little bit of time, but you're doing something. You doing a little challenge. I don't know. Just a bunch of peasants you have to kill. There's a bunch of peasants coming in the screen. You have to kill at least
like,
5 in 5 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah, like tap 100 times in a minute or something like that.
Yeah, but something fun. I don't know. I think killing a bunch of there's a bunch of peasants going the screen, and you have to kill an exact number in a bunch of before the time is over.
Yeah.
But what purpose does it serve?
It's you just say that the Voldo lady, she asks for blood. I don't know. It's a mechanic. It's a gameplay mechanic, but you can pay to don't have to do that.
I don't hate the idea. I think we're on to something. Something on this. I don't think we can just like copy paste that idea right over there, but I think it's definitely a strong lead to something.
Yeah, that's
memory game. Mr. Riggs asking for a memory game.
Yeah, they can be a that. They can be a multiple challenge. Maybe a weird, not a question, but a question with how was it called? A riddle. Trivia contest.
Make it free until you have something ready to implement. We cannot possibly do that, because if we make it free, we can never go back to charging for it.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, skulls.
I mean,
nice.
Here's a crazy idea. Is showing it ad on Steam against the terms of service?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, even if the ads were working, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, it would be a huge pain in the neck.
First, crucifixion will be crucified, and second, it's gonna give us quarters, like percentage of pennies.
Yeah, so it's not worth it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, hilariously enough, the absolute easiest solution to the whole thing is just to make them free.
Yeah.
Free on Steam.
Yeah, because then it would be like, hey, come play on Steam. You just get the double deals.
But is there a purpose for them to go on Steam if they get, like, I mean, for us? What's the purpose of them coming on Steam if they don't have to pay for ads and they don't have to watch ads? Hashtag. Let me find my sunglasses.
There really is no inherent benefit.
Wait, I got sunglasses here. All right, so.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Corporate latch, corporate mic. But what about money, guys? He put his shades on. Okay, let's say that, for example, we put it for free. For me, it would not be a problem money-wise. I don't think that people will I don't think that people will actually rush over Steam because of that small feature. I don't think that's gonna convert. I don't think it's gonna show up in ads revenue. Maybe it's gonna slowly be a little bit lower. But I think that if you're used to play on your iPod, you're gonna keep on playing on your iPod. It's all about a routine thing, you know. You can play when you're on the toilet, while on Steam you cannot. So I'm not gonna bring my laptop on the toilet, you know. I'm just gonna play some battle rap over there.
You won't?
No, I won't. The danger of putting it for free on Steam or giving an advantage on Steam is people might say, I'm not gonna spend my Bloodstones on mobile because I can get it for free on Steam, so I'm gonna hold off and play on Steam, but never go on Steam and just stop playing the game. You know? So that's a big danger.
Okay.
I think people will be on other platforms. People who don't have don't play on Steam will be pissed about it.
That is true. That is true. People would just be like, well, why do they get special treatment? The other problem too, though, is that Like, say someone would play on Congregate, they're like, oh, whoa, just go to Steam and never have to watch an ad. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go do that. And then now that ad revenue evaporates.
Yeah.
That being said, web ad revenue.
Yeah, web revenue are pretty bad, but I don't think people on Congregate, Newground, and other platform are were really nice to us. They put it on front page and things like that. I think that will piss Congregate people off.
Yeah.
Not the player, but the actual employee of Congregate.
Yeah. And again, even if we have a solution that makes us make zero ad revenue, let's say we have a perfect solution that makes that, for example, making them for free, I still am very afraid of people saying, oh, I should play on platform X because there's an advantage, but right now I cannot, so I will just keep them and will do when I will have the time, and then they forget about it and then they stop playing. So that's a huge thing, you know. It's like when we had the thing in the Forge. Before we had the fast ghost thing, you know, you always had to craft something, because if you leave an empty slot, I hope I said that correctly. If you leave an empty slot, you kind of feel that you're missing something. So you always have to fill that slot. Hey, Mike. So yeah, it creates a really bad effect when we give an advantage on another place.
But the idea I put together earlier, give me a Bloodstone or do a task for me, for the Devil Deal Lady. Maybe we can explore that thing more, because it seems to fit what you say. It won't give an advantage to any platform. It will be the same thing. You don't watch an ad, you just perform a task, but it's still a time waster. And it's maybe more fun than watching an ad, but you can fail it. So maybe we can find just a couple of cool challenges, and it will be good.
We need to make it different than this. Like when you click on the scroll, instead of having that big UI, I would make a little something here, a little slide that goes like this with the face over there, saying like, "Hey, kill 10 villagers in 60 seconds."
Yeah, and it
I
will
would do
be.
that. And then you
It
click
won't.
yes.
It won't return to the game. It will be a task that you have to. It will be just a little screen that you will open, and you have to do something.
Yeah, but if we do that there on Steam, we need to do that on other platform as well, because that's a nice mechanic. Yeah, so it will work with the bounty system, for example. I like the mechanic of having a small challenge. That's really cool because it gives you something to do, you know? And that's something that is actually lack of right now. It's always the same thing. You just go like beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, but it will be...
So I like it. But if we add it on Steam, we need to add it elsewhere as well, because I like the idea. Like kill small smite.
It's kind of the idea of the guy that will give you a bounty. Yeah, it's a bounty idea.
Yeah.
If we do that like that, the bounty system, but...
Well, it's different than
I
idea,
wasn't thinking of the bounty system. I was thinking of something smaller and less fun than a bounty.
It's different than a bounty. I should not have bring up the bounty system, because the bounty system sometimes says like you have to craft an item or something like that, you know, and it's something more that you can do within the day. So it's something different than the bounties. I should not have called it that. I should call them like missions or something like that, you know. So let's call them mission. But if we have the mission system, definitely gonna fix that the scroll thing. But we have to put it on other places as well.
Yeah. Are you sure? Is it fun enough so people say, "Oh, I don't have to click on 10 guy in 10 seconds"? I think the watch to add instead. It's not that
I'm not
fun.
a fan. I don't know. I think it's maybe too convoluted to actually do what we are trying to get done.
Yeah, I like the mechanic, but I definitely think it's more of a bounty thing. It fits better in another place that we're kind of thinking about adding, because the whole problem we're trying to solve right now is what kind of cost can we add for a devil deal that's not tied to premium currency? Or how can we rebrand it so that the player doesn't feel like we're just trying to take their stuff, and instead make it feel like the player is paying for something, you know? Because nobody in the reviews, I have not seen a single mention about the diamond tab, and I think that's because you clearly see that it's a shop. You can spend your diamonds there. I haven't seen anybody complain about the fact that we offer diamonds as a premium currency. And in fact, I haven't even seen anybody say that the hell is overpriced. I've only seen people say that it takes too long. So I think the impression there is that, yeah, we're giving you some diamonds. You get diamonds while you're playing, but you know, the difference is you're spending the diamonds and getting something back, rather than a game popping something up that it's like, hey, you should give me that.
Yep, I agree. Jared, it's been an hour and a half. We're trying to find a solution. We'll get there.
I know it's a really tough question.
Yep. I like that we do that live, though. I like that we show our transparency. Like, it's actually a debate. It's not like a very small solution or an easy solution. And you guys actually been part of the discussion as well, you know. Some of you had great ideas, but we're like, hey, we have to think about this and this. So I'd like that I like to bring that discussion live, actually.
Yeah, same here.
Because sometimes when you're not...
Someone asked a question. I think the root of the question is, why do you want people to play on the Steam version?
No, that's
I think
not the question.
Yeah, but
we
don't want people to play on Steam. We just want people to play wherever they want. We don't want to force someone to play at a place or more than another.
Yeah, exactly. We're just trying to make all the platform to be fair.
Yeah.
So, and right now it's not.
Yep. Yeah, right now Steam is at a disadvantage. And removing ads puts Steam... not removing ads. Removing Bloodstones makes Steam, like, way more advantageous, and we don't want that either.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I think the solution is what Kojak said earlier. We just have to find another way for people to pay. Maybe they can pay the devil deal with skulls.
Yeah, I thought about that, but you have a multiply by 2 offline skulls bonus.
Yeah. Okay, actually, what about this would be a really, really easy thing to do. We open up the diamond shop, and actually, Latch, if you want to open up your Steam build and like open up the diamond shop, like how we have the in the arcane, we have a go to arcane. We just have a little button that's like a little Bloodstones button, and it flips. And instead of buying those deals with diamonds, you can just buy the scroll with a Bloodstone. And that way you get a choice of the scroll that you want. We can have a cooldown in the UI in there, because someone just said, like, why not just make it a Bloodstone shop? And I'm almost wondering if making scrolls not drop, or if a scroll does drop, like, I don't know, it just goes over into the UI or something.
So, okay, what if instead of having only one button, there's 2 of them, and one is like spend 1 Bloodstone and the other one is spend diamond, but to spend a Bloodstones, like every other like boost out there, it's always 4 hours before you can use an ad or you can use a Bloodstones, right? So if I want to actually, oh sweet, hang on. Yay! Cool. So for example here, I can only use those Bloodstones here every 4 hours. So if I just do that here as well, I can spend a Bloodstone on each one of them, but only every 4 hours, you know? So I cannot just spam all the fast travel at once.
Yes, totally agree on that.
So you can do all of them, but every 4 hours.
What I would see is kind of like when you go to the items tab and you switch between big and small items. I would actually see something more like it just changes what deals you can buy. So you're not buying the same things with diamonds and bloodstones.
Okay.
You're actually buying, you can buy the arcane boost, you can buy the more damage and more skulls because they actually affect your resort and stuff. So you can just buy the deals you would normally get, but they are on a cooldown, yeah.
I don't hate it though. I mean, I don't. I kind of like it. You can put 5 hours, 4 hour of it there, and you can spend like 4 hour here. Like I can spend this one, and then right there I can spend on this one. So the boosts are per cards and not per everything.
Yeah, but it makes the Bloodstone so much more powerful than Diamond.
Which they are.
Not
Not?
They are. I mean, they are, and they should be. Because of this over there.
I would say that if we give the player a Devil Deal shop, it does not actually make the diamonds, or it doesn't change anything about the Bloodstones. It just means that you just have a choice of which deal you want to buy, and you can't spam it over and over. It just removes a little bit of the randomness.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like the idea of that Bloodstone are worth more than Diamond.
Well, they should. Like straight
Why?
up, they should.
Why not? Why they should? I don't know. They
Because
Diamond are better.
Because the only way you can get the Bloodstones right now is, I mean, right now you're getting 60 diamonds per day and not Bloodstones. You're getting way less Bloodstone than Diamond. I mean, we've played for an entire year and I only had 300 Bloodstones while I got 10,000 diamonds. So they have to be worth more.
You have 10,000 diamond.
Well, in hell, all the buildings that we ever spent, I spent over 10,000, or at least in the thousands. No, because the last buildings of hell cost $1,000.
Yeah, but I don't have these buildings.
The
diamonds,
I'm playing every day.
Actually, I can look at how many diamonds you've ever collected.
I mean, okay, Etienne, the last level of a building is 1,000 diamond, right?
Yeah.
You bought one.
Nope.
You bought, okay.
I don't have money for that.
You bought 750.
I bought one 750, and the other one I
Okay.
think.
And how many Bloodstone? How many Bloodstone you have ever had?
Yeah, I have less Bloodstone, but they are not as useful as Diamond.
Yeah, that's
I
one
think
of the
they
risks
should.
though.
They should be not as useful.
They should not be as useful, and they should not be used for the same things.
Yeah,
Bloodstone are only supposed to be for head skipping. So
yeah.
if we start making a shop for it, it's gonna mix the two currencies.
I actually don't hate that. I'm on Kojak's side here. Actually, I really like the fact that you can spend them, but only every 4 hours. You don't have control of like spamming the button.
I want to.
Weren't you the one saying that you didn't want to have two premium currency doing the same thing?
Well, they
Yeah, I
don't do
don't
the same thing. You cannot spend it the same way.
I just want to like double check and make sure that like everything is clear. When you spend a Bloodstone in the new Bloodstone shop, it's not the same thing as the Diamond shop. They're not the same deals. It's two different shops.
Okay.
It's just the like you see a card there, like the fast time travel. Instead of that, it would be whatever your arcane boost is, and then the next one would be whatever your double deal money boost and damage boost and all that is. Like you can spend a Bloodstone in the shop just to buy the deal that would normally drop randomly. It's not the same thing as what's in the Diamond shop.
So you don't put the time travel over there. You put only this one. You only put the thing that you catch that here that do
Yes.
over here. Yeah.
The only change that I would be, or that would be making in the game, is removing the randomness from the drops. Because you would have the choice of the deal that you want to buy.
So you can buy the Diamond deal.
Maybe. I don't know about that one. We might not put all of them in there,
Yeah,
but
could
I
be
don't see
this
any
one.
reason not to put the chest in there. But yeah, if it's on a 4-hour cooldown, I don't see any reason why you
Yeah.
should buy the Diamond deal with the Bloodstone.
I mean, I'm not completely against the idea. I'm just playing devil's advocate that
Yeah.
since it's like you say that you don't spend it the same way, but that's actually exactly what you're doing. You're spending the exact same way as diamond. You're just not getting the same reward. You're still making a shop to use bloodstones instead of the bloodstone being used to skip ads.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is very true.
So it is basically the same as diamonds, but you're not using it to buy the same things. It's like you go in a shop and you can buy like bubble gum with Canadian dollars and cars with US dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
The way I see it, Bloodstone should really be worth less because it's like I just say one is real money, the other is just monopoly money. You just use it to skip time.
You talking about bloodstones to skip time?
Yeah.
But it's
Skip.
real money actually. It is like every time you spend a bloodstone, it's bound to money.
Yeah, but
And when we lose money every time you use this bloodstone.
nah.
Etienne, weren't you for money?
Yeah, I'm for money.
No, but again, like
No,
bloodstone's
don't ever
worth
question
more
my
than
love
diamond.
of money.
Bloodstone's
But
worth
they're
more
worth
than
different. They're worth different. They're not worth more. They're on the you're buying different things.
Yeah.
So it's kind of comparing apples to potatoes. I won't say
potatoes.
orange because I
I
like
just
orange.
don't agree because the rarity of bloodstones is way higher than the diamonds. So based on the rarity, they're worth more. That's it. Period.
Yeah, but
I mean, over the
but,
course of 1 year, I had 300 bloodstone and 7,000 diamond. So
yeah, but this
they
is
have
not
to worth more.
this is not yeah, but you know what can I say? Pope poop is rarer than gold, but I prefer to have gold.
Yeah, nice argument there. Nice try.
No, but what I'm saying is not everything is based on rarity.
Well,
No, it's not.
So, because I just thought of something too. Having a Bloodstone shop actually does not exclude us from giving out Bloodstones, like the golden Bloodstones, like 10 every 4 hours or something. We could do both of those systems at once, and then that might actually help. Because the whole idea behind the shop is to do exactly the same thing we're doing now with the scrolls, but flip it so that instead of the game trying to take something, you are paying something to the game for that bonus.
But isn't that what doubling the buffs was? Because you're not doing it actively, but once you get the buff, you can double it for a bloodstone. And so you're getting that stuff, and then you're using your bloodstone to make it better.
The problem I see with doing the doubling buffs thing is, not that it's like a lot of work or anything like that, but that we're essentially giving free deals. And then we
Half
run into
free.
the same problem. It's a half of a free deal, yes, but it's still a free deal. And we run into the same problem of like, oh, does that now make Steam better? Because even though it's less, it's still completely free.
Right now, I wish that we never did that.
But then we would have a problem of what the hell do we do on Steam with the double deals.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have that problem that thing over there
Yeah.
where Bloodstone
Yeah,
is
but-
really worth good here.
Yeah, we would still be having this conversation, but we might have been having this conversation a month ago if we hadn't ever have done Bloodstones. Is it burned down yet? Everything's on fire, Larkland.
Everything's on fire.
But the idea of having Bloodstone for sale in the diamond shop, it will lessen the value of Bloodstone.
Definitely not have a way to convert diamonds into bloodstone. Maybe the other way around, but not diamond into bloodstone. Because if you buy this pack over here, it just destroyed the complete thing of here, you know? Because you just take a bunch of diamonds over there and convert them into bloodstone.
Is
Well,
that,
we have the same problem if
is
we
that
allow...
that big of a
unlimited-
deal?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yes.
it would be a
Yes.
nightmare for us to balance.
Not a lot of people buy the smaller pack. The one with 20 Bloodstone.
Okay.
What if, let's say that when you go on your Bloodstone icon over there, let's say you click on it, it triggers a scroll. Like basically, it's like your shop. It triggers a scroll, but it doesn't consume the Bloodstone. Then you get the option of using the Bloodstone to get your scroll or not. And if you do, it costs a Bloodstone, and if you don't, it doesn't. But then it starts a cooldown on your Bloodstone that cools down for like, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't see what's the difference with that mechanic and just having the scroll at the left side, and you can just use it when you want, and it cool down and it will pop again when the scroll drops.
That's not a bad idea.
It's kind of the same thing. It's just displayed a little bit differently.
But I think that's all we need to do, though, because, like I said, I think the root of the problem is that players think that we're trying to steal things from them. Like, and it might not be a conscious thought; it might just be the way the game feels. But when the scroll pops up and you click on it, it's like, "Hey, give me one of your things." You know, it's not something that you directly press. Like, if you pressed the scroll and it had a cooldown, it would be like, "I know what I'm getting into when I open this." You know.
Yeah, it's all a problem of perception right now. It's not the actual
But-
system that's an issue.
Yeah, but the problem is that
I think
system-
Simon stopped caring about 5 minutes ago.
No,
Yeah, he's just
no,
he's off
I-
in space.
the
I'm
problem
not-
is that
He's
system
jerking off.
works well with
No, I'm up to something actually. I'm just trying to consolidate my idea before I sell it, but I think I got something. So
The problem
Okay.
is that system
Go
work
ahead.
well, though. To finish my point with the
Right.
Kojak idea, I think that system work well with ads on mobile, and ads on mobile are actually pretty good thing. So if we change that, I think it will work less on mobile. Because as now it worked really well. Just you pop, you can watch an ad. If we make the cooldown thing, there will be less. It will be less effective.
Maybe. And I mean, I do like the theme of a deal with the devil, you know? As a free-to-play player, I don't like taking my Bloodstones. I want to spend them. A lot of Steam players are going to be free-to-play players, and I'd assume they have similar opinions. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we were talking about. A giant roulette wheel, like gambling. Not a bad idea, it's just a lot of interface work.
coucou Clément.
Devil deals are an annoying pop-up.
Mon frère.
Ah, coucou.
Come out!
Clément, pas mal.
Il veut-tu aux lunettes de chez Farah?
Je veux-tu les lunettes? Coucou, coucou.
Coucou.
The problem is that people from web are used to the devil deals and don't have enough stones. Yeah, that's another problem. I think the issue is that bloodstones are rare and the buffs are not worth the rarity of the bloodstones. Very true. I think even you said, Latch, that like one bloodstone is like equal to like 4 deals or something.
One bloodstones equal what?
Just from the conversion rate and like the rarity to deal. You said like the devil deal or bloodstone was worth like 4 devil deals or something. Didn't you? Maybe I'm misquoting you.
Maybe. I
don't remember.
I'm focused at the same time, so.
Okay.
He's thinking about not pooping right now.
I'm trying.
Why not create a currency exchange with diamonds and bloodstones? Probably not going to happen because you can already turn bloodstones into diamonds, so they are already kind of tied together. But that is just opening a can of worms that I don't think we want to deal with.
Yeah, the reason we made the Bloodstone rare is because we don't want people to never watch ad again on other platform.
Like I said earlier in the stream,
The problem is this make it, if it work on Steam, it won't work on mobile. The reason they are rare is just because we don't want people to never watch ads ever.
yeah.
But we cannot make them watch ads ever on Steam. So
Yeah.
I think what we're gonna do, we just have to figure out another way for people to pay instead of using pay something time or whatever instead of using Bloodstone on Steam.
I
And find
think-
another way to accept the deal, not only Bloodstone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the problem. I think the idea of spawning
saying-
your own scroll can work. I think that could work really well, and we could just leave it on the other platforms. Like, I don't think they would care because they already know.
I don't think it will work well because the system works really well on mobile.
Blood diamonds. That's actually. I tried to get Etienne not to call them blood diamonds for so long. We cannot call them blood diamonds.
I can and I will. But yeah, you said that spawning scrolls would be a problem on web and mobile. Like if you have a timer, it will maybe it will actually solve the problem of people not getting scrolls. That there's a lot of people saying that they're never getting scrolls. Maybe if they can actually spawn them, that would actually be like kill 2 birds with 4 stones.
But will they still drop at random?
I would say yes on other platforms and no on Steam. I know it's a weird thing, but I think that because we have the ads on mobile and web, there's already a context there. So anybody who's new coming to mobile and web already knows, like, hey, this is what I'm getting into. Somebody on Steam doesn't necessarily have the context of watching an ad in a Steam game. Probably because you just can't. I actually have no idea if it's against the TOS or not. You guys have said it is, though, so I believe you. But yeah, like people playing on Steam don't necessarily have that context of being able to watch an ad to get some kind of bonus. So if the ads just don't drop and you can spawn an ad and then spend the premium currency, the Bloodstone, to get the bonus, that might shift the perception away from the game is taking things from me to this is just how I use this.
Yeah, like if they actually use a currency to spawn the scroll, if it's random, they can. If they cancel, they could get the Bloodstone back. Like, no, give me back my Bloodstone.
Yeah, somebody suggested that in chat earlier too. This whole cooldown system would work on mobile, as you can ask them to watch ads to lower the cooldown on the scroll. Here, watch an ad so that you can watch an ad. I love it. Let's do it.
Oh, it's like a human centipede of ads.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a
Oh my God.
madman centipede.
Okay.
I think we're getting close to something.
That was just
see
the
what I
part.
was doing?
No.
Yeah, I can see.
So
Give me the
basically,
Bloodstone filth.
is that alright? Maybe okay,
No,
maybe not that.
no.
It's a draft, alright.
Yeah.
But
no.
like instead
No,
of an
Simon.
item dump guy here, you have the girl over there, and instead of trying to do something that will work exactly the same everywhere on all platform, we try to do something like a balance that, like a StarCraft balance. There's no best race, but they all do something different. So instead on Steam, you have that girl over there somewhere. She gives you every hour or so, she give you a free bonus, but you can just have whatever bonus you want. They are on random, and you can buy them into Bloodstones. So the advantage on the web is it spawns. You can use an ads to have it right now. The advantage on Steam is they are free, but every hour instead of every 5 minutes. So we kind of try to make a balance with that. And in there, you have the diamonds deal, you have the chests, you have blah blah. It's all random with the same random that we have on the on the web.
Can
Something
we
like
make
that.
her not be on map? Could she be on the battleground with the other guys? You have like the devil deal
Battleground?
lady that she's actually on that map, like not the map on the side, like where the zombies are.
Over there?
She's like near Bob and shit. You just click on her and that pops. So the scroll could actually be coming out of her instead of going back to the map, click on her, get the buff, come back in game.
Or
like
maybe
a villager
where the
or
scroll is
Yeah.
right now, you can just have her face.
Or
Uh,
No, because
Yeah,
having
I'll-
her on the ground would actually be more flavorful.
yeah,
Like she has her own avatar like in game. instead of having on map. Like she chills with the other guys.
Okay, but
Oh, no,
the point of here is that you can see what's up. You can see that there's a timer. You can go there and see how.
No, but I mean that interface is fine. I mean, instead of having her on the map spot, you have her inside the game. Like instead of having to go to the map to actually find her.
It's the only first time you have that, actually, to have that on the map. I mean, there's no... This is not interface friendly, you know? This is action. And I don't like having...
Your face is not interface friendly.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
What if she's not on?
I'll defend my point. Go ahead, Kojak.
I'm with Simon on that.
Alright, it's an idea. It's fine.
Up!
Oops.
Double tap.
Oh my god.
It's reverse on my screen.
Kojak.
Fail.
Kojak, go ahead.
What if?
I was doing it to
Shut up,
Kojak.
Shen!
No, I'm on.
The chat are asking for Kojak to talk. Let Kojak speak.
Let him speak. Immersion. What if she's not on the map, but the scroll opens her shop? Like,
yeah.
you have to get the scroll to have access to the shop. So it's still the thing, like, hey, this isn't something you can just get to all the time, but once you open it, then you can choose what you want to buy with your Bloodstone. And then you buy with the Bloodstone, and that uses up the scroll, and then you have to wait for the shop to open again.
You could use one for free and the second with Bloodstones, something like that. Because I wanted to give them for free. Because if it's only with Bloodstones, we go back to square one. So I like the fact that you can go and every hour or every something like that, you have a free bonus, a free buff bonus. But if you want more, then you can use the Bloodstones to, re-roll, for example, or make it double effective, or I don't know, something like that, you know. But I think that we have to give it for free.
Is that actually fun enough to warrant doing an entire new interface?
Those kind of interface is very easy to do. I just took the Juicy Beast one and redid it, so that's the...
Yeah, but we need... I don't know. I mean, another interface is... I don't know, we already have like, what, 5 interface right now? 6 if you can include Hell, 7 if you include more, more diamond stuff. I don't know.
No, I don't care. Like, this kind of interface is a standard. I mean, when you talk to the item dump guy, that's what happens. When you talk to the Juicy Bees, that's what happened. When we make an event, that's the shop like this, you know? So it's a standard thing. We just change
the shop. It's just a shop.
It's just a shop, you know? So
no, I don't mean that it's hard to make. I mean, it's hard to implement in a way that you have to find a way to put it and that people don't get lost into too many interface. Like, the more stuff we add, the more people will get lost.
Yeah, but I don't think that having another dude in there will be very hard to do.
All right.
I don't think it'll be super confusing, only because it's not going to be another button, you know? It's not going to be something that you get to, like, it's a 6th button that's just always sitting there.
Yeah.
The way I think doing it where we just open it up, the panel when you use the scroll, and then you get to, like, choose your bonus, and then it goes away, and you have to wait for the scroll to open that shop again, could work.
Yeah, well,
but
like when you click the notification, we will need something that when you click that, something goes like woo, and click over there. Because if I just click there and something happens here, it'll be like super non-intuitive. So
yeah, it's not connected.
You'll need a little something, but it's totally doable. The only thing is, okay, you see your bonus and then you have to choose your bonus. How do you see that? Like, you open that shop over there. You have a free bonus, and we give another one for Bloodstones, or we do a rerun for Bloodstones? How do you see it?
The way I would see it is the scroll drops, and then, well, I guess, yeah, because we run into the same problem of, like, now the game feels like it's taking your Bloodstone. Yeah, that kind of shop would have to be open. You would have to consciously go to the shop for it not to feel like the game is trying to take something from you.
Yeah,
so I guess
the way
that
I
would
see
work.
it is there's a little notification here. We already have a little notification, so it goes like beep, beep, beep. It's dancing over there. When you go there, it's dancing on the girl. When you click on it, boop, you go right over there. Or, yeah, if we put if we put it as a notification, actually, it will work.
Or instead of the scroll. But I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Follow. This
Yeah.
will only be on Steam, right?
Yeah, that will make it only on Steam.
Okay.
So that will be an advantage. Like again, instead of having to find a solution for everyone, I think
I don't
need,
think it's possible.
Yeah, I think we need a race thing, you know, like Terran versus Protoss on StarCraft. They are completely different, but they end up really balanced. You know, There's a word for that. I don't remember what it is, but I think that will be the same. Like, so playing on Steam gives you the advantage of having a free buff every hour, but it's only every hour or so. So
Yeah, okay.
that way I don't have a favorite platform. On Steam I have something, on mobile I have something else as well. I don't know, would you Equilibrium
I mean,
faction?
it comes back to the exact same discussion we had like an hour ago about being if you had if you are having half a buff for free and then after that doubling that buff for a Bloodstone. It's exactly going to be the same thing. It's going to be a different gameplay. And that was the reason why we didn't want to do
The
it.
difference is that it was binded to scroll that dropped randomly and took the
Yeah.
entire interface. Now
I
it's
think-
on the cooldown, so it's different than what we were talking about.
I
want
think
to hear
that's
from
what
you too,
pissed
guys.
people-
I want to
That's
hear
what-
from you two guys, by the way. What do you think about that? And
You're pointing at me.
disgusting.
What's going on?
Etienne, I cut at you. What do you?
Yeah, I
What do you
think
use?
that's what pissed people off on Steam is that it feels like a money grabbing Steam and you don't have the choices. Like, give me your money, give you your money.
Yeah.
So if it's just
So-
a place where you can spend, it's better than asking for it.
Yeah, you know. So you have two of them. You can use one. And
The difference between
and if you want to skip the timer, you can use a Bloodstones.
The only issue I have with putting it on the map is that means if you're playing on Steam and you want the power of a devil deal, you have to go back to World 1 and then buy it and then go back to the
Oh
map.
no,
and
I'll
go
put
back
it
to-
on.
No,
I'll put it
no,
on
no,
every
no.
map, or
That-
maybe a little something over here. You know. But,
I
I'll
like
put
the
it on
idea of put her in the notification.
Yeah, I would see it somewhere on the main interface, maybe. Like there's a button you can hit on the diamond shop that like flips it and it just goes to her shop or something. But
Why not on the notification instead of where the scroll is right now?
we
Setting
have
a
to
price.
we have to make it available every time, and when there's a buff available, a notification. But we still have to make it available everywhere.
Could be something
how
in the
many
cell
time is
phone.
there until my next buff? If the notification is not there, I have no clue. You know, I have to be able to.
No,
go
but it's always there. It just glow with like that with the.
notification that is always there, I don't like. At
It
all.
could be a 900 number on the cell phone.
A what?
A 900 number on the cell phone.
or you just dial
Something.
666.
Yeah.
The cell phone actually, needs a revamp. But yeah, we're getting there. Like we're arguing. Okay,
Yeah.
now we're arguing on where we should put it. Are we?
You are.
Are we good with the 1 hour free buff thing?
My main point, what I like is I really like that we don't touch the other platform,
Mm-hmm.
and that's one thing because it worked well on mobile and work well on web, and we were pretty proud of the devil build mechanic, how it worked, and I think it was a really good thing. So I don't want to scrap that anywhere else, but we cannot use it here. So I like the idea of having another mechanic. So,
People are saying that 1
I'm up
hour-
for it.
People are saying that 1 hour might be too long, so 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm good for that. I didn't want to make it too much, because you get an ad every 5 minutes. So technically, if you're playing actively on mobile, you can have 6 scroll instead of one every 30 minutes. So yeah, that will still be good.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but what do I know?
Yeah, so that will give you like a A free buff every 30 minutes. That's nice. That's generous.
Okay, let's take a vote, and people in the chat too. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, if you like this idea of a Bloodstone shop, drop yay.
Well,
if you
how
don't,
about we do a straw poll, actually?
we could do a straw poll, yeah.
We have that. Let's do that.
Because I think the main question of you can do Twitch. Yeah, there you go. The yay emote.
There's a lot of yay already. No,
there
no,
is.
yay, yay, no. Oh,
Let's do a
there's
straw
lot of
poll.
yay.
Straw poll will be easier to visualize. But I think if we can figure out like giving out a free deal every so often and then letting you buy a deal faster than that with a Bloodstone so that it feels more like skipping time in the arcane with diamonds. I think if we do that, it'll be identical. It just removes the randomness.
I have a question, and I think,
What's up?
how can I skip time?
With what?
On the Arcane Laboratory and stuff like that. How do I skip time?
It would just be one of the cards.
Okay.
So the only advantage you get, there's a disadvantage in that it takes longer to get the buffs, but the advantage you get is you get to choose what you want. And then using Bloodstones gets you the same thing as it would on web. You just get to choose a deal. I would still see a cooldown, so you can't just like spam -6 hours until you're out of Bloodstones.
So how do you see it? Inside that, is that a shop that contains all the deals already? Is that it, or is it just like a random 2 deals?
What I would see is a shop that has all the deals.
All the deals, okay. And
Yes.
why would I use Bloodstones?
Because you can get it faster than just getting that. Like, I see a progress bar, maybe underneath or next to the succubus, and it counts down, and it says time until next free deal. Otherwise, you can just spend a Bloodstone and then get a deal, and then maybe that particular deal would have a cooldown.
Okay,
Something
if
that
I
I
hate it. I think it's terrible. I think you should be fired.
if I am
Good thing.
if I am in the Arcane Laboratory and my 4-hour is ready to I'm ready to have my cooldown. How does it work?
I would
I'm
say
in
we
the
don't change
laboratory.
that. I would say
It's-
we don't change that.
That is only Bloodstone,
Yes.
so people will use Bloodstone only for that.
Yes. And same thing with skipping construction in Hell. I don't think we have to change that either, because I think at that point in the game, a player is far enough in that they kind of get the gist of how Bloodstones are used, and they get the gist of how diamonds are used. I think the problem right now is the perception of someone who's playing for 15 minutes and then they get the first double deal and they don't understand what it is or how to use it, and all it says is, I'm going to take your stuff.
Do we have the cards for fast crafting thingy over there?
You mean for skipping
Yeah.
in the arcane?
I think I have an idea. Let's try something else. What if, when the Devil Deal Lady come in Steam version, you have the choice. You can spend Devil Bloodstone, or you can say yes, but there's maybe five times a day where you can just say yes and it's free. But after that, you have to spend a Bloodstone.
Yeah, we started the podcast with that idea actually, saying that you have 3 free scrolls per day.
Yeah. I think it's maybe one of the simplest, and it worked well, and it also worked with the time skipping thing. I think it's the simpler idea. Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
Mm-hmm. So now you just keep taking my idea and then re-say it and say it's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
A typical
It
boss
didn't
move.
seem.
Did
it
you
didn't
drop
seem
an
at the time.
S-bomb? Did you drop an
Yeah.
S-bomb?
Oh,
No.
No.
Actually, that's Steve. Steve never do that. It's but I remember Christian doing it to me.
But
I know, I remember it was your idea. I just think we should go back to it.
go back to it.
Wait.
Yeah.
We remembered it was your idea. We just didn't want to give you credit for it.
Yeah.
Yay.
You know, so they did bring up a good point in chat of just having all the deals there is dangerous because then you could just buy nothing but the -6 hours deal, or just buy the crafting skip deal. If we had 3 random cards, and every time you get a free deal, it changes, or every time you buy a deal, it changes.
Yeah, I would actually make it so it consumed that card, so only that one changes. So you're left with the crappy ones. So you have to actually at one point get rid of the crappy ones, you know. So if there's some instead of re-rolling all of the cards, you re-roll that card. So you know, sometimes you don't like
the new Overwatch system.
So if you don't like those deals, or if you have like no good deals in front of you, you still should take a deal because it's gonna re-roll in the next 30 minutes. You might have a diamond, you know. So it gives you a nice incentive for a player to actually use those buffs.
Are we actually just creating a mini game inside a mini game to just manage currency?
It's not a mini game, bro.
But I mean, it's kind of gaming the system that you have to like manage your buffs and like, oh, I gotta buy more buffs to get my other buffs now.
Well, it's not. I don't see that as a mini game. I see that as a random thing like we do with the scrolls. So you're in front of 3 cards. You choose 1 card, and the next card will come. We could do. No, I was about to say actually. It gives you a card, a free buff every 30 minutes, but you have a maximum of 3. So you have to spend them. And if you spend them, it's actually gonna give you... no, maybe not.
But your first idea, the idea that I just stole from you, what about it? What is the problem with it? It's too easy?
It's
too good?
It's too good. Yeah, I'm seeing
a lot of I'm seeing a lot of people in chat saying that they really don't like the RNG.
Okay.
No RNG, it's the worst idea till now. No.
Well, people in the chat, you said no to access to everything and no to the RNG. We have to pick. We have to
RNG,
yeah, exactly. If we do the shop, it has to be one or the other. And I do think that if we did give out free Bloodstones during the day, that's basically exactly the same as giving out free devil deals from the shop. Like there's literally no difference between the mechanics. We just put it in a different visual. So I think for now, I think we're all in agreement that somehow we have to give out the deals for free, but limited. And it's just a question of how many. What's up?
I mean, it's... Again, I'm just going back to my same idea that we could just make it we can give instead of giving like a deal every 20 minutes, we could just give 10% of a deal every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, whatever. I mean, we just balance it so that you can get like a percentage of the deal for free every single time you get a deal. But then in the grand scheme of thing, it would be coming up like at 1 deal per 20 minutes. Like 20% of a deal every 5 minutes.
Or maybe instead of having a number per day, maybe you can have a number per hour. Maybe two free devil deal per hour, and then it reset. And if you want to have more devil deal, you spend a bloodstone, but you can have 2 per hour free, which is actually pretty good. I don't take all the devil deal.
Maybe you
I
should.
don't play all the time, so.
I mean, I almost wonder if this whole thing can be resolved by just because you know how you have your pop-up, Simon, in the game when you watch enough ads or spend enough bloodstones, you pop up and you're like, hey, thanks a lot, you guys are awesome, you've been helping us out. I wonder if the whole thing can be resolved by just making an extended intro for the succubus that says, hey, you know, I have a lot of power at my fingertips, and you can have it if you just give me one of these. You know? It's like, this is all that I want from you. Like, do you want to sign this deal? And we just kind of put a little bit more flair on it. That might solve the problem of people on Steam being like, I have no idea what to use this for. Like, is this going to be more powerful later on if we just explain it?
I think that more words won't solve the problem.
I think people will
won't
just.
read
Yeah,
words.
people don't read.
Yeah,
No, that's a good point.
I think they will
I mean,
just
it
say,
does,
"Oh no,
but-
no, no,
but-
it's too long, it's too long, too long, too long." Click, 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 click.
Yeah,
It
that's
does
a good
make me
point.
realize how useless my job is, but yeah, people won't read.
You are useless.
Well, I mean, somebody said, like, more wasted time on the devil deal. It would be something that only pops up the first time. But yeah, that's a good point. If you just skip it and you're like, I don't give a shit. What is this?
Yeah, it's a lot of work to, and also for something that people won't care.
Okay, so I think, like I said earlier, the consensus right now is that yes, we need to give free free bloodstones, but we just don't know how many. And then the other question is, how do we present it so that we're not taking something, but instead you're paying for it? Despite the fact that it's a deal with the devil, they always ask for something that's very expensive that you want.
Mhm.
Like, it just, I don't know.
But
It works for ads, but it doesn't work for
what's the problem with just having a cooldown on the free deal?
Yeah, I'm getting back to that. I was getting back to here actually, where you have the choice between 2 or 3 deals or something like that, and you cannot choose. I mean, you have to pick one of them, and that's it. Like you can only pick one of them every hour, and it's a free one, and you pick them. And if you don't, well, you're stuck with those cards until you use something else, you know. So when you pick one, there's a new card coming up, and you don't have the choice of that card. But you can re-roll, or you can spend bloodstones to just activate it right away. So you
Yeah.
can have so you can just go ahead and with your bloodstones, just go and spam your cards, right? Like, well, a bunch of them are buff, but you could have like, okay, diamonds, yes, I want that now, or you know, a blue chest, I want that now. I don't want to wait 30 minutes to get it. I want it now, you know. But you can always just wait 30 minutes and you will get them. And if you have good cards that you like, you just store them until you are in front of a battle, and just like, okay, now, bam, I just want to do it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, the other thing too is,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, Etienne, when you said like, what's the giving the free devil deal? Like, that's exactly the same thing as giving a free bloodstone. Like, a bloodstone is a deal, you know, is a free deal.
Yeah, but
But-
the problem is the bloodstone can be transferred to other platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we just give 2 free deal per hour on Steam, and it just reset every time. So you can watch 2 free deal per hour on Steam. If you want to see more, you can pay Bloodstone. So they are valuable, but not that much. Or you can just say no to the deal you don't want and just take the one you want for free. I like this idea because it's simple. You just add 2 free per hour, so you have 1 free per 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you want more, you just
I would
and
even
it's
just put one. You could even actually just put one and have this one like in the background.
I
here.
would change the interface. I wouldn't change the interface. It's just it's the same thing as instead of watch ads, it's yes, and you have 2 and a cooldown of an hour. It would be the same thing.
Yeah. I was about to say like something like this. Like, this one is the free one, this one is the next one, but you always have to take this one. But you can skip it with a bloodstone, just like, boop, you know.
But why make a new interface?
It's not you.
Yeah,
Well,
it could just be in the actual like pop-up that you get. Like, she offers you a deal. You can cancel it, get it for free once per hour, or pay a bloodstone for it. and you would have like a little timer that says you can only get one for an hour or something like that, and then it cools down that the next free ad you get is in an hour.
Okay, so
It's
like
not one deal per hour. It's more than that though.
I mean,
Uh,
per time. I'm very sorry, I did not
Yeah.
understand.
okay, hang on. So you have a scroll like this. When you click on it, that girl appears,
Yeah.
and here I have a yes, right?
You have use a bloodstone. You can and you have a yes and a cooldown on it. It's 1 per hour.
Yeah, because it's like when you go on the web, you have
Okay.
no watch an ad, use a bloodstone. But instead of watching an ad, you would have like use my free one.
And your freebie, does it replace itself like after an hour or?
Yeah, exactly. It just reset after an hour. You have
And-
2 free per hour and it reset, or 3 per hour.
Okay, and we show that here
I
because
don't know.
the
Will it
only
cool
problem
down the
is
button?
is if you click the, for example, yes, I'm gonna take it because it's pretty cool. Where do I know? Where do I know that I'm left with that timer thing? Because I can only just wait. I mean, we don't have something that says when it's gonna be my next scroll, right?
Put it on a tooltip in the bloodstone.
No, I mean right now. For example, I click yes, and the next scroll is in an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah, I don't know. If you hover over your bloodstone, maybe. Like, if you hover over your bloodstone, mouse over, is there anything?
No.
It could be there.
Yeah. There will be a timer.
The
Li-
timer
Like
over there.
Yeah. It's not an intricate mechanic that that needs to be super evident. It's not the main mechanic of the game. Is what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
it's the mechanic.
Yeah, there will be a timer like in the hell when you construct something.
Yeah,
And there
well,
will be a little timer.
Instead of patching some weird things to try to convey that information, that would just take that interface actually, which is not really hard to do, and just convey everything better, instead of the random drop. So, because now we're talking about patch where there's a timer somewhere hidden, it's
But-
quite weird. I would just do this instead, and it's the same thing. It drops every hour, and that's it.
Okay.
So basically this, free deal in this, but you could have like a button saying re-roll, and when you click it, you re-roll for 1 bloodstone. When you click you re-roll, it's just gonna switch this for something else.
Me.
It's basically the same thing, though. Or skip cooldown actually instead of re-roll. Just like it
I
waits
don't.
for
I
an
don't.
hour.
I don't like adding an additional interface, but I guess that's just me.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like having weird ways to convey. Like a tooltips on this Bloodstone is not a good solution.
I mean, we don't actually need to have a tooltip on Bloodstone. It's just
Uh.
when you get the ad, you can choose to, but you don't actually need to convey that timer in game because it doesn't actually matter once you're in game. It only matters once you get the ads.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
if that girl pops up and says like, "Do you want this for free or spend something for it?" I'll say like, "Why the fuck would I spend something if it's for free?" Free.
Take it for free, and then you spend one of your free. You see, there's two free shots,
There's
and
two.
it's just I had to draw it.
Yeah. Sometimes drawing it is better. I mean,
Yeah.
you click for free, so you get the buff for free.
Yeah,
But
but
why would I spend a Bloodstone if it's free?
because once you spend your 2 free in an hour, the next one you will have to pay for it.
But they only
If you want,
appear every...
if you want to have 3 in an hour, you use a bloodstone.
Okay,
But
so...
you can have 2 free for each hour.
Okay.
Testicles.
Testicles.
Do you think we can fix that today?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's
I-
Friday, and I don't know if people are bored of this.
Bro, it's
Yeah,
been
we've
like
been
2
talking
hours
about
and a
this for like
half.
2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole stream, yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about something funny.
Penis. Okay, yeah. But I think we're up to something. We've definitely made some progress. It's funny that
Progress is relative.
like my favorite is that thing over there. Like it says you have a free deal. Here's your deal. You click on it and boom. And then there's another card that says you can use that buff in an hour. Come back, or you can just use a Bloodstone and that's it. That's my favorite. It's super easy to understand. It's right there and it's only on Steam. It's not taking the same button that does something different. It's like another interface that explain it's another mechanic. So it's all easy to understand and everything. Explaining getting more scrolls into that little button that says you have more for free will be quite weird to explain. We're still gonna have to do it somewhere else on the interface. So yeah, that's my favorite one. If I have to pick.
But in the end, what's the actual end reward of this?
The end reward, what do you mean?
I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, when we put all the numbers together, how much you're getting basically like 3 buffs an hour?
For this thing?
Yeah, 3
One
buffs
free
for
buff
free.
per hour. A free buff every 30 minutes. But if you want another one right now, like for example, I skip this, and I get the tap damage multiplied by 2. I click it, and I see that the next one is actually a chest. Like, give me a chest, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to wait 30 minutes. Oh, I could use a Bloodstone, which I have a shit ton of, or whatever. Oh, I'm gonna use a Bloodstone because I want that chest right now. But ding! Or I want those diamonds because I'm almost there with the Hell building. I want it now. Ding! Or
But
just...
if it's another buff, you're just gonna use your Bloodstone to override the buff you already got.
No, you're gonna wait for 30 minutes. I mean, there's no way to... Or, yeah, you can
But then
override the buff, but...
when people actually see there's another buff, they're like, oh well, now I can't play that game anymore.
What?
Because I have to wait another 30 minutes instead of like trying to grind for chests and diamonds.
You actually have a free buff that will give you awesome stuff for the next 5 minutes. So yes, it's disappointing to have another buff, but you just come back. You already had clicked to have an instant reward. Or we just don't show it. Fuck it. We just say like, okay, come back in 5 minutes, or use a Bloodstones to cool down. That's it. You could do that, and that fix your problem.
Yeah. Don't know. I will be the guy that says I will poop on your parade.
I will show you my idea. It's a quick sketch, but maybe it will explain it
Is it
better.
a dick?
Yes.
Did you draw a
it's
dick?
My dick. Okay. Okay. This is badly drawn, but
Yeah.
don't care. Okay. This is the no.
Mhm.
This is the no. This is the yes. As you can see, there's a little timer here that just replenish, and there's one on the 2. So you have 2. When this one will be replenished, it will add 1 more. So maybe it takes 30 minutes to replenish. So every 30 minutes you get 1 more. So you have to spend them because they replenish up to 2. And maybe sometime in the game later you can upgrade that. The maximum of 3 yes you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when you upgrade the Devil Deal Lady, this could be a thing also on Steam. Okay, and this will be just use a Bloodstone.
Okay, got it. So when you use them, you can see that bloop, it's got up. Okay.
Yeah. You lose 1, and the timer, when it reach the top, bloop, it just pop another.
Yeah, my only concern, like I like it. The only concern is that the timer, you only see that timer there, on the scroll thing, and that's bad because you only see that only when you click on the scroll, so you don't have control of seeing that timer. That's my point.
But you need to know that timer any other time.
You need to know what you have currently in your face. So yeah, I would say
What?
yeah. I mean those are scrolls. Those
Maybe you can
currency,
show
those
her.
are,
Maybe we can show it on the phone.
Yeah, that's something right there.
But
That is
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
We put it somewhere.
when the people upgrade the Devil Deal Lady on Steam, the resort, they can go up to 3 here and maybe 4, and sometime and after a while it will be as good as watching had.
I would say not
Well-
upgrade it because it's something that
Okay.
web will not have, you know. So they might
Yeah.
be pissed of that, spending diamonds that have less of the stuff. But yeah, I do like the free scroll thing. I'm gonna say I like my idea, Etienne.
Yeah,
think
it's
we
your
all-
It's an
idea.
awesome idea.
Yeah, it's your
Yeah, I
wonder
think
idea.
we
how
all
you-
like our own ideas.
Yeah. I like your version of this idea better than your next one. No. I like my version of your idea.
Yeah, I like when I say it.
Yeah.
We all agree that we need to give the deals for free somehow at some interval. The only thing we all have not agreed on is where we put the timer and how you see the deals.
Another thing, do we all agree that this is a solution for Steam only and it should stay the same on mobile and web?
Yeah, I think that we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what would be more elegant in my thinking is that if we could find a way that would work on all platforms at the same time.
Agreed.
Yeah, it will be elegant, but I don't think it's possible because
no,
these are too different. And
It's
Your mom is
impossible. Instead, I mean, the only way we can do that is if we allow ads on Steam. That's the only way we can do it.
yeah.
We cannot. I mean, we just can't.
Yeah, there's no way to make it. That would
Yeah.
be the most elegant way, right?
Yeah,
And
'cause,
we
like,
cannot.
Watching
Really
an
get
ad
rid of
is a
that.
currency on its own. You know, watching an ad is a currency on its own. So right now on Steam, you cannot use that currency. So we need to find something else. No.
And that was what the Bloodstones were supposed to do, but they're not working.
But yeah, man, I think that'll be the best. Like
Yeah, but will that make Bloodstone more interesting though? That's one of the problems. That we came from the problem
No.
that people were not using Bloodstones, not that people were not using buffs.
well, the feeling was bad at first. The feeling that they were keeping the Bloodstones.
But would that change that?
Maybe
That-
not, but at least it leads
That
to the other
plus
problem.
having more chest. I think we really need to have more chest and less buff. Someone say, dude, I use Bloodstone all the
All the
time.
time,
So
yeah.
do I. So do I. There's
Yeah.
people. People play differently.
Yeah, okay,
but-
and having the timer on the phone, I like it as well. So you can
Also,
see that
there's-
you'll,
There's one question I'm wondering:
Mm-hmm.
Are we overreacting? The
No.
game has been out for 3 days.
I think a little bit. But
That is
like,
also a
the
really
game-
good point.
Yeah, the game has been out for about 3 days. Well, on web that is, on Steam. So, let's say that there's like a dirty dish in the sink. The house is not on fire.
Yeah, you know what? That's because I just went back and looked at the negative reviews, and only one of them says double deals are a bad thing, which is expected because it's it's
Yeah,
a
but I
way to
still
spend
think-
premium currency. People are gonna hate it.
Yeah,
Can-
but I
can
don't.
we-
I don't need the. How can I say that? I don't need
The house to be on
opinion.
fire.
I don't need the opinion of players on this. Like I don't like it myself the way it is right
Yeah.
now. So I feel it's broken-ish already, and I think we all feel like this. You know, there've been time where people were collectively saying, "Hey, that's bad," and we were like, "No, that's all right," no, and we just left it that way, and then people were okay at the end. Example: the clicking to skip in a house. People were pissed about that issue, and that not that issue, but that changes. But I was like, no, that's freaking awesome. I love it, and was gonna keep it. But yeah, I think that the free
So what
scrolls.
you are saying exactly is you don't listen to anyone. You just
I don't
do
listen
yours.
to I listen to myself. There you go. No, but I like when that one guy said that. I'm like, yeah, I do agree with you. And yeah, I think that the three thing But the 3 free deals will be nice. We actually don't even need the use a Bloodstones button if you have a free one, you know? Because if you have a free scrolls, it's either you use your free scroll or you don't. There's no way where you have like one free scroll and you're like, oh, I'm gonna use a Bloodstone instead of that free scrolls, right? Understand what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So we could only have like 2 buttons. Either you use your free scroll or you use the Bloodstone.
Oh,
But
you
you
can
can-
say no. You can
Or you
always
can say no.
Yeah, you
Or
can
you
be
can-
like,
Yeah,
I don't
but-
want to do either of these.
Can't you use your bloodstones to skip time in hell?
Yes.
So
Yes,
maybe
or-
people would get a scroll and be like, no, I don't want to do that because I want to use my free scroll for hell.
Yeah, but L
Okay.
only
yeah.
you only able to do that every 4 hours, so you can time yourself accordingly. You know
Yeah.
when your L you will need your free buff.
Yeah, but anyway,
Or
I think
hell.
it will be easier if we just put the button over there and let the player say, well, do whatever you want instead of saying like, hey, this is not a good option, so you should not do it. You know, we'll just
Yeah.
put the 3 buttons and say like, well, pick whatever you want. So yeah, man, I think that's cool.
As someone who's new on Steam, I'm not new to clicker and idle games. The only thing wrong I feel with Bloodstones is they feel forced to be taken away,
Exactly.
and that it's not really explained on how to get or use them.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's the number one thing, actually. In the whole discussion here, that's the number one thing. Especially that the only way you can see Bloodstones is in the microtransaction screen. So leave a bad taste in your mouth.
yeah. You're like, oh man, there's like no other way for us to get them.
Mm-hmm.
If we give you free scrolls, we already give you Bloodstones via progress, but that only happens when you get the phone. And Mike was right; that's really unintuitive. Like it's not immediately obvious.
Yeah.
I think having a tooltip over the Bloodstones like we do for skulls and orbs is not a bad idea. It can explain, like, hey, this is a Bloodstone. You can get it XYZ, you know? You also get these many free Bloodstones. You have 1 out of 3, like, free deals.
Mm-hmm.
We can have our explanation in there.
Well, here, what I would say with the tooltips is definitely saying Bloodstones. Those are used to skip scrolls, you know? And we actually say that right there. This is exclusively for that, you know?
Yeah.
If we say this is used for X, people not gonna say like, oh, I might need it for something else, you know? No, it's used only for that thing. So that I agree. I disagree with the timer over there because I didn't feel it was there because the Bloodstone is not tied to the scrolls timer because that's 2 different things. Because you can spend Bloodstone in hell, so that was kind of weird. But
Hey.
I do agree over here when you put the scrolls over here saying like you have 3 left or.
I have an idea about that. How we can make it make it with fluff with
Mhm.
so the timer that is replenishing. It's actually you can use your own blood to sign the devil deal, or you can use a bloodstone. But your own blood you have to wait. So
Yeah,
your blood
to
replenish.
refill
Yeah. So it will be a bar filled with blood, and it just go up. So
Yeah.
you don't have blood anymore to sign. If you use it too much.
I'm
What-
100% on board with this idea.
I'm on that.
I
Can we
like
get a
it.
third currency that would be donuts so we can refill blood faster?
Nice. Yeah, I totally like the blood thing though, and we have blood
Yeah.
and bloodstones that just make even
Yeah.
more sense, you know.
Yeah.
That
I love
feels
it.
elegant.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I like that.
It make the mechanic feel more elegant than just a timer.
Yeah.
If it's you sign with your blood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then
I'll
we have a
disagree.
needle that you can
And
click
blood
on
flow would
over
be
and over.
someone else's blood.
Yeah.
So okay, you
I-
sign with your own blood for free, but sometimes you can just use innocent blood to sign instead.
Yeah.
I will disagree and reiterate the very same thing in half a minute. All right.
All right.
Okay.
What if we use your own blood?
Let it go, man.
Oh man.
I know it was your idea. I was just wanted to bring it back.
We have proof of this, man. It's on internet.
Yeah. I know, but I never say it was my idea. I just bring it back. Let it go.
I love it.
People really like the idea of killing peasants to replenish your blood, but it's not your blood. You have to sign in your own blood.
Helcano says, I like Lash idea of using your blood.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. We could
so
even do something. No, go ahead, Kojak.
I was just going to say real quick, a lot of people have been saying in chat that you get a Bloodstone when you say no to a deal. We absolutely cannot do that.
Yeah.
Just because the Devil deal drops very quickly after another one. Like, it doesn't drop if you have a timer. But if you get like a diamond deal or something, you say yes to, another one actually drops pretty quickly. But for the people who say they don't want anything but skipping arcane and diamonds, those deals are always free. Because they're going to say no to everything else, another one is going to drop relatively quickly, and then they're just going to have those for free all the time forever. Mm-hmm. So we can't do that.
I'm okay with it.
With saying no to a deal and getting a stone?
Yeah, I don't want. I'm okay with what you just said. Yeah, you're right.
Do we use a bloodstone to replenish blood, or we use a bloodstone to use the ads?
I would say we don't touch
You use
bloodstones.
For the ad.
Yeah, I would
The
say
ad
we
itself?
just don't.
Yeah, so it works the same way for all the platforms. The Bloodstone will stay the same. It's just we have the blood mechanic just take the place of the ad mechanic.
Yeah, I was just thinking, since they have the same name, like you use a bloodstone to refill your cooldown, which makes exactly the same thing, but like in the lore or as a flavor thing. Like,
yeah, but as a flavor thing, it's like you use not your own blood, you use the blood of the Bloodstone.
Okay, yeah.
The only thing I can say about the blood mechanic is that I think it could work on other platforms if we wanted to. It would be really, it would be hard to present, because now we have 4 options for Devil Deal. And people who are new would be like, what the fuck am I looking at?
No, I think we should stay with the ad on the other platform, because they work well and they give you they are not as fun, but you can have a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely need to look at as a new player perspective as well, meaning when those buff appears, we should not even give the choice of the bloodstones until you did it once, at least once with your blood, you know?
Yeah.
So it feels like there's no and there's yes, and when you use yes, it goes like this, explain the mechanic, and then maybe after 3 times you can say use your bloodstones instead, you know? So we could do that. Or,
Yeah, I'm totally on board with that.
So we have to be sure. No, otherwise people will just come back to square one and just press no. Okay.
How about
I
it
think we
isn't?
have a winner.
It's not on a 30-minute timer, but it makes you wait 30 to 45 seconds at the time of the deal to draw the blood. I like the idea of having the like 3 out of 3, like you can skip it every time, but I don't hate the idea of a way in game to replenish it. I just don't. I don't know of a way to do that wouldn't be weird.
I love that the fact that you can see your blood over there, and on your cell phone you can see your blood amount like on the cell phone. I just like it. I like that.
That'd
you
be
can
pretty.
actually
like that.
see your blood ratio, you know, on your cell phone. I don't know. I like that idea.
I'm just putting an idea there. I don't know if it's a good idea, but someone who use a lot of Devil Deal is an active player, right? So what if to increase your blood, to refill your blood, it can go faster if you kill a bunch of peasants.
A lot of people have been suggesting that they really like that.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with it is that we're basically making bloodstones drop from villagers.
Yeah.
No, because there's a max. You can
Yeah.
if you have bloodstone, you can accumulate them, but the blood you cannot accumulate it.
Well, as
The only thing I hate about that is that when you just go to the first house over there, and for a while you just have to
Yeah,
go
okay,
and
okay,
kill.
okay, yeah, you win. Okay, it's
Oh,
not a good idea.
what
you're
if
right.
instead of being in a cell phone, do we still have the meter for Sleeping Bob?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you
What
can
if
have
we
a-
had we could have
yeah.
a meter that's like upwards, that's like your blood level,
Yeah,
and even like if you want like
Ah,
some,
yeah.
if
Yeah.
you want something that's even more flavorful, as he drops blood, you drop the U on his green, so
He
he
just
slowly
goes
goes
pale.
he slowly goes gray, and then
Nice.
he
I like
goes
it.
back up to green.
Nice.
Um,
And yeah, I would do it like, right over there, right? You have
Yeah.
the bloods, and I'll put
Yeah.
like another one just behind that with a little
Yeah.
red drop,
Yeah.
and that'll be good.
if we wanted to allow active players to get more blood to watch an ad, we could also have like a needle or a spike above the container of blood, and you'd have to like spam click on it, and it like you just bleed into the container until you fill it up. So we have the same result as like killing a whole bunch of villagers, but it just requires the investment of like clicking a whole bunch and then filling it up.
Yeah.
But I don't like the idea for the same reason that you said, that it's basically free bloodstones, because people don't have to use bloodstones anymore, because in between deals they just refill their shit.
That's true. I mean, well, the only place I figured that you would be able to find that is on the Devil Deal panel itself. Like, above the use blood button, there's just like a spike. But yeah, you're right. It basically is just giving it out for free. The only difference is instead of a timer that you have to wait 15 seconds, you have to like click 15 times or something.
Okay,
Hey, guys.
I really love the blood mechanic, really, because
Yeah,
it fits
yeah.
with the offline bonus, it fits with the
Yep.
skip thing, it fits everywhere. Whilst the other idea wasn't working.
And it was
there,
your
so-
idea too, so you like it.
But,
Yeah, because I like myself. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think
What
we're all
else
in
is
agreement that I think we all love the blood.
Yeah, we all love blood.
you know what? I think we should sleep on it.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
we at least have a small victory, so I think we have
Yeah.
something. And definitely.
Shall we go get
gonna start
drunk?
with that. Did we have something else to talk about today? I've noted a couple of things to
Well, we
to
have
talk
12
about.
minutes.
Yeah,
Okay,
we've been
we're-
streaming for almost 3 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's-
This
that's
bloodstone thing just.
Real. That was
At
really
least it's
hard.
going out on a good note.
Yeah,
Ah!
I'm glad that we.
All right, let's go see my. I started a straw poll earlier. Let's see. Refresh result. Yep, everybody still wants Kojak to be fired.
Nice.
Oh man.
It asks for the free scroll every 30 minutes. Well, that was the old version of it.
Yeah.
But free scroll on Steam only. I feel that a lot of people are on board with that. You can
Yeah,
see that,
people seem to be okay with it.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's basically almost the same thing. So.
Sweet.
Man, that was tough.
That
was
was
really
a
tough.
big one. I think we all deserve a beer on that.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Do we have something else to talk about? I think it's time to say goodbye.
Honestly, I don't know, but I'm kind of drained right now after
Yeah,
this.
I
blood
think-
I mean,
thing.
I think leaving on a small victory like this will be
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
thing, you know.
'Cause-
We were starting to try to find other problems. Now I think we're just like, okay,
Yeah.
let's keep it with that.
I do want to say though, real quick.
Ah, sorry.
No.
Fucking hell.
Soul Sojourner! 2 months of still fighting! A punch in the face. There we go.
This is good. This is okay.
Good.
This is
It's not a
good
problem?
news. It's
Okay,
not a
okay,
problem. Okay. It's nothing we have to solve.
Watch it because you're near.
You're not getting
Whatever.
dental.
No dental insurance.
Nice.
What I wanted to say is the three things that I noticed people were talking about in the reviews,
Yep.
which is like the clicking in the beginning, the Bloodstones, and Hell.
Yep.
Hell is super easy. We've already solved that.
Yeah.
Etienne,
Yeah.
you and I, we came up with something for the monotony of clicking in the very beginning,
Yeah.
and I think we have a pretty good solution for Bloodstones that just needs to be refined a little bit.
Yeah.
So, all of the feedback that we've gotten from the Steam launch, we actually have pretty solid solutions for all of it.
Yep.
And that's all that I wanted to say. Those were the three main things that I noticed.
And
okay, you're not fire.
We're still looking intentional though.
I think too that the Bloodstone cannot be done really quickly. We have to think about it. There's a couple of interface mashup and everything, and we have to be sure that it doesn't fuck up the other interface on other platform. But the Hell time is super easy to do. The solution that you were talking about with the axe, with the challenge, super easy to do as well. So we might push a small update to address those issues, right? I maybe not promise that, but I mean, we can... because like 90% of the negative review were about clicking something, and we have a solution that can be done like within a couple of hours or a day. So we might push an update just for Steam for those little things there, and then the Bloodstone mechanic in 2 weeks, because this one requires more investment and more production work. So you're gonna have a new update very soon on Steam with those little changes.
Yeah, you won't have to wait 2 weeks for the next update.
Yep. All right, I think it's time to go, guys. Thank you very much, man. Oh man,
Let's go get drunk.
that was our longest podcast ever.
Yeah, and I feel great.
I wonder, like, and we can use that in reference later on. It's like, why did the dev did that? We're like, well, you'll watch that 3 hour of podcast.
Yeah.
And that is why. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, man. Anything you want to plug before we go?
Nope.
Nope. All right. I love you all, guys. You guys are the best. Have a great weekend. I love you all. You guys are the best, especially you.
Bye.
By the way, stick around if you want to punch Ryan Clark in the face. He's the awesome dude, awesome dev who made Crypt of the Necro Dancer. So stick around if you want another dev that take some very good insights of the Steam business. Stick around and go punch him in the face. All right. So thank you very much, guys. You guys are the best, especially you. Goodbye.